All right. Thank y'all to everybody that came out today for the 8th annual Marcus Garvey Day. We could not put this on without you. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Yes.
So I have an announcement to make. First of all, my name is Jesse Paris, otherwise known as Chan Krumah. I've been down with Sankofa for the past 8 years. We've been putting this event on in this very park for the past 8 years. And I have announced my candidacy for mayor. So for those that don't know, there's a big election next year in April 4th of 2023. And I am one of the candidates that's running for mayor of Denver, Colorado for the 2023 election. So I'm a black grassroots candidate.
It's official.
I'm going to put black people's interests first. And I'm going to do specifically for black people. So I just want to give you a little rundown of what my campaign is going to be all about. First of all, redirecting the aim for us, because everybody else's priorities have been met but us. So we need somebody that's in office that's going to do something specifically for us. The malign neglect has to end. We're demanding something tangible for our vote, period. So I just want to let y'all know, I got realistic time frames, tangible ideas specifically for black Denverites. I'm working on a plan of service to the city for the unhoused, elderly, youth, single parents, recently incarcerated, in rehab, etc. And you can earn your housing, education, a clean slate, and possibly a new life. I have ideas. Another thing I want to do is I want to defund and punish the police. Auditing the Department of the Police, the Denver Charter, the Police Union, Denver Health, the Denver Department of Human Services, and housing. Unhoused service providers, they're all getting audited. I want to turn crime into a tangible, constructive, something that's tangible and constructive and productive, with incentive to thrive for the betterment, better part of sentencing and re-entry. I also want to create secure movable, convertible modules for unhoused and struggling small business, securing garages and parking lots for the unhoused, and RV car neighbors with options to earn housing through service to the city. Employment to our brothers and sisters with benefits and hazard pay to receive training to protect and defend the most vulnerable, defenseless members of Denver and to prevent crime and injustice as a preventative measure. Promotion of peace where force is the last resort. Housing, drug rehab, mental health, education, trade, self-sufficient campus for wayward youth, incarcerated youth up to the ages of 24 with incentive to live in clean, self-sufficient lives and being a contributing member of society. I am accessible. I live in Park Hill. I live on 38th in Quebec in Northeast Park Hill. So I'm very accessible and I'm ready to listen. Tell me what tangibles you want to see from the next mayor. Donate if you can. Front Line Blacc News is the platform. It's on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. And we're on every Saturday at 10 p.m. Reparations Immediate Action Task Force is another thing I want to create. Creating a crime bill for us in this city. Let's dialogue. In addition, I want to create recycling and reusing swept items from encampments, from these sweeps that they call cleanups. Mobile showers, laundry facilities, porta potties for our unhoused, for people with power maintenance incentives.
Westside BBC. Westside BBC. I take a look at myself, I likes what I'm seeing. I'm far from conceited, just a fly human being. I dress, talk, and smell as if I want the world. Learn to steal and that's real once it attracts the girls. My sunshine, spend time, margarita twisted with lime. Half baked in these DC streets, and if you can't stand the heat, ain't got to tell you about the kitchen. Sin City living, how you twigging and itching. Stealing for a living, cause the city, the frequency's a hell of a stench. The city raised the Grinch, taught him how to steal, land both sides of the fence. Gave him a gun and told the rabbit to have fun, not just counties, boundaries, mountains, time zones. 41 states cripped in, 15 cripped in, and look at me, mama, I'm still dipping. Rest till I die, nigga try me, fuck a IV. They got 48 hours to find me, burn the whole crime scene. And all they know is he smoke good greens and live by all means. With the heart of the whole team, you think it's easy to flip from sugar to shit, smoke up the scene and burn rubber and weed with it. Designed for the 3 energy in it. East side, you see the West LV represent explicit. And if y'all think I came to talk pimp shit, bitch, you got me twisted. It's 3ANGSTA period, and I just look like this. I tell them I just look like this. And Lord knows I ain't never been a punk about shit. I live the G code where most of y'all niggas just talked it. Kicked in doors and pimped hoes, where the G's at, cause this ain't the Lansing Street. Please believe that. Cause fucking with me, you get P shit, G shit, West Side 3 shit on 1P, bitch. My rock and roll, lock and load, and ain't no bluffing. When them niggas talking loud and ain't saying nothing. But I kick the type of shit that can break a bitch. Like a thief, anything I want, I'm taking it. Out of control, rock and skate with it. Left side, and Lord know I ain't no faking it. I took my game from the streets and jumped states with it. Game remain the same, although the name changed cause they face strange. And if I got the gang bang, I burn rubber and weed and lead this bitch right now, man. From blue rags to track with hoes that attract tricks and jack dick, that's how it crack, bitch. Think it's a game, it's a fact, bitch. Fucking with Tone P, I'll get your bitch ass blasted off.
Wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, this is a recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling super sour bionic glue, and got Superman powers when I'm stressed new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga from the project. Yeah. John Dillinger shit. Niggas in the hood wanna see my cars on flatbed. Hey, this is a recession, selling that crack, yeah. Niggas selling super sour and bionic glue, and got Superman powers when I'm stressed new. New Corvette looking like a transformer. No seatbelt screaming on my damn lawyer. Damn, I'm knee deep in the projects, and Hollywood ain't accepting no nigga.
Good evening, Black family. Sorry, I'm really sick today. Thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the Front Line Blacc News in conjunction with the Revolutionary Agenda. I'm your host, Chan Kruma. I'll be joined with Lady Che here shortly. She had to errand around, so she'll be here soon. Appreciate people tuning in. Jay Millie, shout out to you guys. And James Yates. And we're going to be discussing the Denver mayoral race. The election is taking place right now. We will be discussing the mayoral race results for those on the ballot and not on the ballot, like myself. City council at large races and the district city council races. So, as of 7 p.m., I did not win, Black family. Not even close. We're going to look at the results right now from 7 o'clock. So I'm going to share the screen. That's not looking good, Black family. Not at all. Okay, screen share should be on. So, this is from the denvergov.org website. And as of 7 o'clock, out of 524,250 registered voters. It's like Lisa Calderon is leading for the Blacks. She got 13,020 votes. So that's 14.41% of the vote. Trinidad Rodriguez, he got 652 votes. Lario Martinez got 429 votes. Thomas Wolf got 1,024 votes. And let me tell you something about those. The last three I named, they all support keeping the camper ban. The whole purpose of Thomas Wolf even running for mayor was so he could end the encampments. Now, mind you, Black family, I just was at a sweep today. They had a sweep on election day. And I ended up having to help our unhoused neighbors, which is my term, move their belongings a block or two because the city won't help them. So I stepped in and helped them, and I let them use my cart. I have a cart that I use to transport food for the food bank, and I let me use my cart to move their belongings to a safer location. And, you know, you can't sweep people out of sight, out of mind. This problem is just going to keep getting worse. If you don't provide housing that people can actually afford in the city, what do you expect people to do? So you have cats like Thomas Wolf, Trinidad Rodriguez. Trinidad Rodriguez said that he would he would pull a Eric Adams. He would involuntarily commit people that were unhoused on the streets. Next, Aurelio Martinez, he's actually from my side of town, the east side, and Curtis Park area. And even he wanted to keep the enforcement of the camping ban. So going on down, we got Al Gardner. Al Gardner just kind of like popped up out of nowhere. I don't really think that many people even know who he was. So he got 426 votes so far. I'm just going to refer to him as the nemesis. Mr. Roberts, Mr. Save Our City. He got 812 votes so far. Renette Bergens, that's the old lady from Windsor Gardens. She got 111 votes. Chris Hansen, the suspected white supremacist that took Gene Paris's flyer and turned it into an ad. About $250,000 ad. He got 4,864 votes. And it's the same dude that, when he was checked and pressed on it, would not take down his original ad that he had created, where he was displaying our unhoused neighbors in a very ugly light. He's basically saying that they were a bunch of criminals, a bunch of drug addicts, and all they did was fight and and steal stuff. So he's sitting at 4,864 votes. The leader so far is Mike Johnson. Now, Mike Johnson, he's basically pimped out the black community. So many other constituents that live in my neighborhood here in Park Hill have said that to me. And him and the nemesis used to share an office together. But he's sitting up here with the lead at 22,146 votes. So he got 24.52% of the vote. The John Brown in the race, James Walsh, he's the worker candidate. He's for workers' rights, and he supports reparations as well. I had to bring it to his attention that I was the candidate that was for reparations from day one. But he's a good dude. He's actually a professor at what is it called? CU Denver. He got 409 votes so far. My good friend Ian Thomas Sephora, he got 1,114 votes so far. The suspected neo-Nazi KKK Army vet Andy Roger got 12,164 votes so far. It's 13.47% of the vote. Leslie Herod, who many were saying was supposed to be the front runner, she's sitting at 7,977 votes so far. And you got Mr. Bob the Builder, Robert Treacher. He said, y'all need to hire me so I can build my way out, build us out of this housing crisis. He got 94 votes so far. Debbie Ortega, who's been in city government for 28 years and on staff for 35 years, just about as long as I've been living, she got 4,235 votes so far. I got to refresh this because the new results are in. Black family, Kelly Bruh, the front runner, that they've been saying is a front runner since he filed. She got 20,835 votes. Now here's where it gets interesting, Black family. So you see what says writing, right? It says 19 votes. So you would think, oh, all those 19 votes are credited to me. But then when you go to the download, it says there's only 5 that are credited to me. So as of 7 o'clock, I only have 5 votes, which is crazy as hell. But that's what they're reporting. So I need to refresh this because the new results are in as of 8:30 Mountain Standard. So let's see if anything's changed. Results as of 8:30 p.m. We got Lisa Calderon sitting at 13,422 votes. So she got 14.46% of the vote. Trinidad Rodriguez, his numbers didn't really go up. Nobody's numbers really went up since 8:30. So it looks like Mike Johnson is still in the lead. Ian's went up a little bit, not by much. Leslie's went up. Kelly Bruh, she went up like about 1,000, and write-in votes was at 19. So nothing's really changed. So in the mayor's race, at least, let's see what y'all are talking about. Is there anybody in the comments? Somebody in the comments. Okay. So Jeff Fard is live right now, and they're going over the results as of right now. So let's tune in, Black family, and see what they're talking about. Let me see something real quick. Okay, I put the copyright on. Is that still you, Jay? Are you still tuning in? Let's see what these mugs are talking about.
31. I don't see much of a difference in Andy's race. No. Race, really. No. Yeah. I mean, all 5 of you that voted at 7:30 or 7:59, no, give me those votes aren't out yet because they ain't picked up the ballots yet. What area have they picked up? They will. This is going into tomorrow. This is going into
I don't know. How many more ballots could they possibly have?
That is really what I think. There's about the walk-in. So this is now those who actually cross the threshold and get it in live person. Yeah. Like this. I don't think that's going to be a big number.
If Paul is still watching, Paul, could you tell us approximately how many more you think? You know, one of the districts that we have not touched on, probably because it doesn't really mean much to us, is District 7.
Okay, how did District 7 do? Because I did choose, there was a no over there, and it was Nick Campion, and it looks like Flora Alvarez is coming in at 37%. Nick was the only no in that race.
Isn't he the one who came?
Yes, he joined us. So Nick has got 1,000 votes. So look how close these votes are. 3,000 votes in District number 7 with almost 800 folks not voting. Wow. Votes matter, right? These are the times where I literally had this. I had to do a PSA for the young people the other day because they were saying young people are not coming out and voting. I said, the problem is young people right now, you feel like it doesn't matter. And then 4 years from now, you're like, oh shit, it matters. And guess what? The person that you did or did not vote for, they have made so many changes that it absolutely mattered when you were supposed to show up and vote. And unfortunately, I don't think we get in front of this until here we are last minute and we're like, okay, did you vote? And we're like, and it's a disservice. We have to do better about really getting out and canvassing and making people understand the significance of their vote and who they're voting for and why. Because the young people I talked to, they were like, it's all one big blur. Everybody sounds the same to me. So why am I voting? What would be the big deal if I didn't? I'm like, oh. And even business owners have said that, which to me is like, what, you're a business owner? There's a lot of things that are right for you, and they're like, no, not really. Life doesn't change for me one way or the other. And so, here's where I think too, there's a conflation between, say, the presidential election and municipal election, where you got to worry about the electoral college and all this other kind of stuff. And I just wonder if that kind of blurs, because municipal local elections are truly intergermath elections. You cast your ballot and that tick goes in somebody's column. Yeah. And I don't know whether or not people grasp that always. What I shared as I was working for my client on the DA races a few years ago, we're coming up on district attorney races and on next year, so please be tracking to that. You want to vote in those because these are the people that are setting the penalties for your traffic tickets and speeding tickets and all the stuff, parking, all the stuff that matters on how you move about your city before you even get to the high crime stuff. All of that is in the district attorney's office, and I was surprised to learn how many people did not realize that. And I'm like, these are the fools that. No, you make a great. I don't feel like I realize that. And I always try to use the Omar Montgomery case to really influence, the younger voters. I'm like, let me tell you, here's a man and here's another man. If you could have voted, who would you put in office? I'm like, guess what? There's about 212 votes that did not get this man into office. And people were like, what? Yes. For real? Like, they were astonished, right, when you talk about this. Right. And I always use it as a case to say it absolutely matters and it absolutely counts. Because I still feel like Omar might be the mayor to me in Aurora. I just think he's the mayor, even though he's not, because I don't see that other guy that's supposed to be the mayor. So I don't know. However, those votes absolutely matter. And we have to start making this digestible for where people are at so they understand the significance. Because you think about the big presidential votes and you don't don't really understand this whole thing. And it's like, you're going to go to your councilman or woman before you go to the mayor.
That's right.
But you don't know that.
We drive these ragged ass roads and you need to know why.
And if I see another
one, getting your car tore up.
Right.
Well, I have a very important question. Brother Jeff, what are those chips that are you?
Oh my gosh.
Chips.
He's bringing it back on. He's bringing it back on.
She's like, it's going out of style. He's eating the macaroni like they're carrots.
Sounds like made about 10 runs on
Right, how many bowls of macaroni can you eat in the city? I don't know.
Here they come. Right? Ooh, I see some.
We're not going to do what he's doing. We will not.
Let's see.
We're being emotional
I feel
right
like
now.
like
Saying, do you see that barbecue bag over here? You will not do this to us. Oh, you want these ones?
Look at these ways. Thank you.
See, we're going to do this type of thing with the candidates. Now, if these 3 chips were here, what chip would you eat? Then I know who to vote for.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go Lay's barbecue, and here's why.
These make me feel better.
Okay, yeah, sun chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sun chips.
We're gonna crunch in the
Check the caloric content. Why don't you?
Oh, man.
But I think that's unfortunately that is what gets in the way. I think in municipal elections, is not candidates not tying the story. Not tying the story to how it affects your day-to-day life. You know, I just had to pay a ticket, and I don't mind sharing that.
And let me tell you this:
I just had to pay a ticket.
I just feel like these tickets are disrespectful. I feel like because I didn't see it. I'm not okay with these tickets. I'm not.
So
I have a problem.
I'm just saying. You know, so that's who sets those. That's who decide. That's who's saying the process is at least in Aurora. If you want to pay this a little bit early, we'll knock these 2 points off. We'll go ahead and, here's the money that we're going to ask you for. All of that stuff happens through a district attorney's office. And I mean, that's you coming and going. You going to work, you coming home. Of all the races that you want to weigh in on, that's the one. If you got to traverse these roads, you know what I mean? And I don't know that we do a very good job civically of communicating all these functions of government, how it affects not only your day-to-day life, but how it affects your money.
Period. I need to go to back to conjunction, what's your function?
What you say?
Sometimes we just don't know how these things are functioning. And it's like...
Well, and can I say something a little bitchy?
Sure. Yeah.
Something very bitchy. You know, I guess I'm in my feelings, as my sister says. I'm feeling very disappointed. I'm not leaving. You know, I had a watch party that I was supposed to go to tonight.
What just happened?
I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay here and eat potato chips.
I am gonna stay here and eat potato chips.
White Claw? Is there some White Claw left?
Right, we need something this guy.
I have to go down to the LQ. Because apparently I'm not going to the bar.
She just learned about the LQ today, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
And can I have my black card, please?
Yeah.
Please give me a card.
Oh no, there's a test.
More importantly,
There's a test.
I'm disappointed that every candidate and their mama will come into this forum, come into the free think zone, and ask for your vote, and there is no one here thanking Brother Jeff for his time. Brother Jeff, I am here from SOS. I am sitting here. I'm not leaving. Now, just a disclaimer, my comments tonight have all been based on Sandy Scott's. They're not on, this is not reflective of anything else other than me. Yeah. But nevertheless, I'm in my feelings. I
agree, and I feel like as a community, we know that this is the place you go to, right? Even with me now being on a national news base, I tell people all the time, if you want to know the facts before you vote, tune in to Brother Jeff, and you can understand some more things. Because at 9 News, we're going to give you some clickbait. We're going to tell you a little bit of what they want us to tell you, and we're done, right? And we don't dig in. The candidates are not coming in talking to us unless we're doing a formal interview, in which in those formal interviews, we can only ask so much. Right. And so, and today's the first day I've been able to express some things because I'm there. Like you, these are all reflections of me, not 9 News. We have to make sure that we're very much just sticking within the parameters. And so I think it's important that once you use this base, you come back and pay homage to this base for getting you as far as you have gotten. Else you wouldn't be there. And you're now officially Black. Thank you. Yes. But if you don't know any of those other things, I might revoke it. I might take it back.
To my sister Dee Dee, look, I got my black card. I got my black card.
I got it. They might revoke it again, but I have it.
Well, we didn't let them know we were going to have a little wing together because we're kicking it. But
this is what we do every election season.
We're here. You're welcome to swing by, and that's valid. I gotta show you guys that beef is valid.
Yeah,
period.
I just kinda feel like
I cannot try to be politically
you should have.
Like, oh shit, we gotta get on to Brother Jeff.
You got 10 minutes. If you had an hour to come in here and talk about your platform, then you had 5 minutes to come in here and say thank you.
That's good.
And at least send a representative.
That's
Shit,
good.
where are you?
That's good.
Just come in here.
I've been gangbanging on us in the college. I know I ain't got Facebook, but I know how Shim get down. I don't have Facebook to know. I'm not a candidate, so who knows what he done said about me? Because I know how this guy goes. However,
I'm gonna keep that right here.
He's a winner. Right. He's winning, so now he's like, and yes,
Brother Jeff, thank you.
It's a great pleasure.
Thank you.
It's a great pleasure.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
It's the municipal election day, and I'm between a rock and a hard place. I'm between Albus and Christopher Columbus Herndon. I've got a high note on no and 2-0, but it looks like West Side candidates are doing well on the city council. I want to tell somebody, I want to share with everybody who said that they've read the community benefits agreement. And what's up? Who pinged you? No, because now what happened? Now you really get to see the difference between community input and marketing and gatekeepers.
Say that now.
Say more. I am tired of folks thinking that they're talking to community because they're talking to that one black gatekeeper stakeholder. And so clearly these results are about to tell you there was no community benefits agreement worth anything from the community. And when you have that echo chamber of those same few people.
Lord. He talking about the yes on 2-0 or no on 2-0. All that do is stir the pot. And then they sitting up there talking about, hey, you should be on the show, thanking them. Thank you for what? Thank you for ruining my campaign? I mean, he was the main one that was like, dude, you can't do that. You can't have a black first agenda in Denver. That's not going to work. And then allowed whole trolls from the Alphabet Mafia to troll me for damn near a year on his goddamn show. Every time I went on his show, it was some bullshit going on. So, no, I would not thank him. Why would I thank somebody that single-handedly made it extremely difficult for Team Paris to get any kind of votes, any kind of support, any kind of movement going when he was the main one that was like, he ignored me for a whole month after I filed, and I asked him beforehand, I said, man, Brother Jeff, can I count on your vote in 2023 for mayor? He said, he smiled, and then he said, well, he didn't say anything, he just smiled, right? And then I asked him, hey, when can I get on your show? And then he said, I don't want to confuse the voters because we have the state race going on. So I don't want to confuse them with city races. So give it some more time. Then I was the first one to come on the show after I literally had to threaten him and told him I was going to pull covers on him and expose him for the faker, fraud, and phony that he is. And then I was able to come on this show. And I was the first one in that free thing zone. And all the mugs that came after me literally went ahead and stole my ideas and my talking points. And then they sitting up there talking about bigging up the nemesis, talking about, oh, somebody took a place from his book. No, y'all stealing my ideas. Why would I want to take place from somebody that is blatantly stealing my ideas, my terminology, my platform? Why? Someone that was an ulab, and then talking about he changed his life around and he's still affiliated with Ulobs. And he thinks that he was going to run the city. Talking about save our city. No, we need to save our city from you. And no matter how this plays out, I still did better my first time running than he did. So I'm definitely going to run with that. All right, Jay, I see you. So let's see what these coons are talking about now. Man, all these people in the so-called free think zone was against Team Paris since day one. And then the nail in the coffin was when Michael Hancock, our current mayor, did his State of the City address. And he said, we can't allow people to divide us by race. As if we wasn't already divided by race. These mothers just want to feel good and get told good, beautiful things instead of the freaking truth. So, and the voter turnout was it's horrible. I think only 30% of Denver voters actually turned out in this race. That's worse than 2019. That's as bad as 2015 or 2011. I can't say we didn't try. I literally been firing up the city since what, last June? When we first got our flyers out. Flyers printed out. All right, let's tune into Candy's live. I guess she's Lisa Calderon is talking right now. Lisa don't look like she's gonna make the runoff again. Huh. This be the second time in a row she didn't make the runoff. But all the mugs at House Keys Action Network and Hands and Mutual Aid Money gonna support her. And I'm the one that was a founding member of Denver Homicide Loud. I'm the one that's been advocating for the unhoused neighbors for a decade now. But that's what they decided to support. The Kamala Harris of Denver.
So, in addition to me, our secret is that we as progressives may be late, but we are always right on time. But our people didn't vote until yesterday and today. So let them celebrate tonight. They are winning because we know the progressive wave is coming. Whether it takes tomorrow or Thursday, we are going to win this city.
It's going to be tomorrow because it won't be today. Because you're not doing good, Lisa. You're like in third or fourth place right now. So it looks like it's going to be two white people in the runoff as of right now. Mike Johnson and Kelly Bruff. And Black Denver, you have only yourselves to blame for this. You had a whole candidate that ran a whole campaign, a Black First campaign, putting Black people's interests first, Black priorities first. And what did y'all do? Y'all let people like Brother Jeff and John Bailey and other gatekeepers in the community stifle you, razzle you, and turn you against Team Paris. But it's all good because my next step is going to be running for either Senate or Vice President. So don't even trip, Denver. Somebody else will appreciate this agenda. And if I'm running for president or vice president, we can have the reparations day one. I'll sign over the check to you. They scream and cut the check. Well, you got to get somebody in office that's going to actually cut that check. So going back to this, they're parlaying. Like they're having a good old time.
Party, have a drink. We're gonna be just fine.
I don't know how you're gonna be just fine if you're third or fourth place right now. She said we're gonna be just fine. So it looks like it's gonna be Kelly Bruff and Mike Johnson in the runoff. Unless something drastically changes, which I don't see it. So she's in third place. Just because it looks like Mike Johnson's in first, Kelly Bruff is in second, and Lisa's in third. And only 19 people voted for the write-in. It's horrible. It's really hard when you're a write-in candidate because you got to convince people to write you in. And people couldn't even write their own names. When I was petitioning, there was so many of our people that couldn't even write their own names because like that was horrible. Lady Che, are you back with us? No, I guess she's still out. She would have unmuted by now. Bucket experience is ended. So, Bucket should be zooming in to tell him the horrible news. Let's see if he's still on. I don't want to hear that. I was just calling to see if they were still on the air. It looks like they are. Damn Sarge is on there. Yeah. Sarge and somebody else. Let me check who's in the studio real quick. Man, a whole year's worth of work. That looks like Sarge on Susan and Truth Bay. You only got 2 minutes left. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm sorry, Black family. I've been sick all day. Since yesterday, my chest has been extremely hurting. So it's real hard for me to talk. Well, let's go back to Jeff Fard. See what he's talking about. So the next results will come in at 10. It's not looking good for Team Paris.
I've seen how y'all get down. Number 3, unopposed. That gives us the 1, 2, and 3 pretty much the same as what's been in the past. And she can go either way.
We have somebody coming in the free thing. It's happening right now. It's live. Right now.
Look at these coming in ass niggas.
You see this?
They all on Kelly, bro. to Municipal, really. Oh, God. You see this corner around buffoonery, y'all.
Y'all gotta excuse us. There was alcohol at our party. There was alcohol at our party.
Got it.
Oh, now Ayante is supporting Kelly, bro.
Kelly got the people in here. Hey.
I thought Ayante was on Leslie's team.
Now we said this was gonna happen. I mean, well, you know what? I just told y'all what I thought. I told y'all what I thought how she was doing, and I told you we'd be here.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, this is definitely turning to now.
First and foremost, I have to say,
How y'all doing? Get you some chips.
I'm doing well. Yes, you know, those of us who are no on too low, we're doing hella. What about that Mayoral?
But one that will hold whatever the judge says on no and 2-0 accountable. The most qualified person in this whole thing.
And be a bridge, because that was divisive for us.
You and I, TY.
That was a
Look at
divisive
this
issue.
corner around buffoonery, y'all.
Did you hear our comments about you?
Yes.
All 20 of them?
You did.
I see that corner around
Listen,
buffoonery.
I was working. I'm over here on break.
Not breaking.
It's not a unionized break. Kelly Brown respects the human worker. This is my break over here. So the results came in. Y'all see the numbers? Yes, we know.
Right here. I ran over Tashi like this. Tashi, what they're saying about you.
She did. And thank you. Much love, much love. And you know what's really good? 4 years ago.
Come on.
I sunk a campaign.
Oh!
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That was hilarious.
I need all y'all to back up on my friend, Brother Jeff. Tell him he was way in the motherland. That's right. Africa. That's right. Right. Getting an ass got funny, Shay J was holding out the interview. Listen. Tell the truth. I threatened a black woman that day. I said, I'm an active fool.
Bye, Jamie.
Tell the truth. So, it was like volleyball. Shay J set it up, and I was like, slam! Put rest. If you know what
And Hancock,
he stands for, say it.
you still owe Hancock. You still owe. Still owe, buddy.
First of all, much love to you. My condolences to you and your family and your time lost.
Oh, yeah. The matriarch.
Yes, right. And our family's going way back. Like my mom babysat some of his siblings and stuff before Michael was even there. So we learned that story. Yeah, right. So it all comes together. But yeah, you owe me.
Hey, but this is what payback looks like because, you know, like as we said, when black people don't believe in you, but you do the work and you get the results, then it's undeniable. And so there you are. And you'll be thinking, because Kelly, she saw you. And this what made us see Kelly, because I was like, who the hell is Kelly?
Well, let me tell you who felt unseen tonight.
Uh-oh.
Brother Jeff, I have never felt as unseen on your show as I have tonight. Just want to say that out loud. I've been trying to tap in since the start of the show, and I have not been able to tap in. And then he hit me with a text of, I'm going to email you shortly. I've never felt as unseen tonight. Ever.
Oh, ain't that something? Welcome to my world.
Listen.
You're winning.
He wasn't about to send me a link, y'all. Y'all know that, right?
He said
He wasn't about to send me a link, but it's all good. I've never felt as unseen as I have
Oh
tonight.
my gosh. Oh, Jeff was like, I ain't sleeping on my sofa. Happy wife, happy life.
We're in the car.
There's still much love. Y'all do y'all style. She was called the Rose Trevor.
And Melissa made her very valid during this whole time. She kept it going. She kept it relevant.
Yeah.
We love you, Melissa.
We like Tyrone too. We like
Melissa, it's time.
We're providing room for growth.
It's time. Look, I've always been ready for the extending of the hand. Or you don't even need my hand. Just come on. We understand.
As they say in the black church, is there one?
Let's
Let there be one. Let there be one. Is there one? Let there be one.
Okay, seriously, for people like me, that the Kelly train became really late in the game for us, right? And I was like hearing about Kelly, and it was really the Spin Sisters that I started hearing about who Kelly was. So as Black women are sitting back and saying, okay, the person that we probably had in the race is out. Why should Kelly be the person that we had in the race? Or Dr. Caron. And that was because Dr. Caron has been consistent. Much like Brother Jeff, it's been the consistency of her always.
So this is why people think that I was on Leslie's campaign from the get-go. Leslie has been consistent as a Black woman. Right, and there might be some questions about how she did the shit, but Leslie is a visibly undeniable Black woman who has no other option than showing up and representing Black. And she has carried issues. And if we look at Black people, all of us up in here, love this thing. Love will suffocate a person that don't even need oxygen to breathe, right? That's how big love is, but yet we're all different. We're not a monolith. Right, and so Leslie gets hit on that, and I think Leslie on some things as well too. But what I can't take from her is her Blackness, right? And Leslie's never ran from it. Lisa has.
Yeah, that's
years ago, she was a woman of
Lisa
color.
has run from it.
I'm not.
I agree. I
She ridiculed a Black woman. I'm gonna be real. This year, Lisa ridiculed a Black woman for her Blackness at that. So yes, I'm talking about the recording. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. You don't ridicule a Black woman for her Black.
Kelly called.
It's because I love
Lisa the extra.
I'm the best skin that I am when I'm a Black woman, and I will not trade it. For what? You celebrate a Black woman. If she's out of pocket, she may have forgotten. Recording, listen to it yourself. She degraded and devalued and disrespected a Black woman. Ancestors.
Wait, before you go there, hold on, because, and I'm gonna say this, it was Dr. Caron and Leslie was at every conversation I went to.
And that's awesome.
It was at every single conversation. It was these two conversations, right? And the only other person that I was hearing was not.
And that's awesome. But for me, my stuff goes back to Wanda James. So if you look at this time last year, Wanda James was running for senior region in the primary race. We used to call the road distance. Wanda from the whole Emerge project. Wanda was like, I'm out of Emerge. Because
I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You're like, God damn it, I am forever tied to Wanda. Because Wanda's like, I'm right. Lisa wanted me to be fired for Wanda's campaign. And Wanda's like, I'm ride or die.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Who else did that? Who else did that? Who else did that?
I'm talking about Kelly Russell campaign. I recognize it, but I'm missionary Baptist. So give me a second, I'm a big deal. I recognize it. I got time to go. This is where my critique comes in it, right? Like, they are both women with Black fathers, right? But Wanda has made a declarative stance of saying, I'm a Black woman, period. Yeah, my mom was white, but I'm a Black woman. Wanda has always ran that, and Wanda's always held the same ground on that. So Wanda's had my back, just like Kelly Ruff has had my back. From day one, it's never been a question about the bullshit that I went through. Really, so unjustified. Really, when a Black man comes from victim to defendant, and the newspapers are reaching out like, it's a shame Tarek cooked on your campaign. Anytime they use that new name, Tarek, right? Muslims, Travolta, Tarek, Travolta, Straits, all that type of stuff. That when I use my middle name, I know the BS is coming. So I'm like, yeah, it's the same machine that won 20 races in the past, that's been a part of 20 winning races. I haven't won them, but I've been a part of 20 winning races in the past 5 years. Because like, it's him, and he's with us.
And we'll stay with
And I'm like, well, goddamn, that was the first time. Yeah. So then the second time a reporter followed up because, they wanted to think it was breaking news that a white woman was paying a Black man for his labor post-Civil War, right? So it became all this stuff. So Kelly was like, yep, he's with us, hands down, he's going to stay with us. And he's made a positive contribution to the team. Yeah. That's what this white woman is, who people like racist and all this type of shit, right? So she's standing up saying like, no, this is a she. I believe in a she. She was at the the Big Bad Denver Chamber. She got an award for reintegrating people with convictions on their record. Felony convictions. It's like, but she doesn't even have a felony. But yet, I'm still standing behind it. This is what she's saying.
And why
so
do we
everybody's
stand behind her now?
Well,
if
because
it's her mic.
Well, because you all's progressive queen did not do the progressive work that the white woman was doing, living the value, right? Saying that, listen, people might have made a mistake. People might have done a bad thing in their life, and we don't throw them away. But this isn't the case. She took the time to dive into that shit. Right? This is not even the case with him, but I'm standing by him. But even if it was
rough on that high road. You guys want to talk about Kelly? You want to talk about Kelly, and I'm just saying if these numbers stand, and if there's a celebration about Kelly and Mike Johnston, and Mike Johnston, talk a little bit about Kelly.
They had a lot more libations than us. Clearly, we've had water. Is Kelly going to be?
All right, as we are in the Holy Week, right? But on tomorrow, when they hug him high and stretch the wide, yes, and that man touched the water and turned it around.
So Kelly, are we as a community, people that don't know Kelly, that are not in the inside life, so we're better reach out to Kelly, reach into Kelly, give
is water wet? Absolutely. Because you know who did it? Medea did it, right? And so since December, we have been touring the city, hosting coffees with Kelly. I have sat here on this show and told everybody that the invite is open for people to come to, and Kelly doesn't dodge a question, right? We don't do the whole screening shit of saying, we'll be here if you register. No, this is really gonna be, right? We easy to, we easy to find.
So easy. And Kelly became accessible to me not because my name is Medea, not because anything else, but because I was a constituent. Because I saw her as I sat there do it with other constituents. No names needed. I have a question for you. As someone that is going to be a leader, that I am supposed to see as a leader, I have a question for you. And she ensured that she saw and engaged with everybody there. So I don't have name recognition. I just show up like, I'm curious. And she called on me. I was able to ask my question as she called on everybody else. And when I had more questions, because she let me know this is how you access me if you have more questions. Y'all, this is not, it's not performative. It's not fluff. It is real. It is very real. She did this early on. She did not hesitate. And I saw her do it with everybody else. Non-verbals, y'all. I've been talking about it. Non-verbals matter. You have to pay attention. If somebody is trying to politrick you, get the fuck out the way. You have to be ready to have a serious conversation with anybody that wants to be a leader that is going to be an echo of your voice. And that's what I saw early on in Kelly, that she was an echo. And even when I saw that, I still doubted. Like, hold up. You're a white woman running for mayor. Hold up. Because every ounce of my soul wanted it to be the black/black/brown person that was in the race. But you don't get into identity politics. You have to be able to see yourself in the leader and the leadership style that she had. I saw Kelly evolve through conversation. Like, hold up. Yes, absolutely. And there's a difference in that, right? There's a huge difference.
There is. And I always tell people, you're allowed to make a different decision later. There's things that I probably said 3 years ago that today I'm like, hell no, absolutely not, because it's called growth.
Right.
But I'm also going to dig into those things. If I see them on paper, I'm going to ask questions. I'm not going to just take it, well, now that's what you did.
Ask those are the questions that you ask. By definition, flip, flop. That means you can go back and forth. But when you see someone say, hey, I'm taking a deeper look, and I'm having a deeper conversation, and now I'm starting to see
all the way up.
And that's
totally different. Is growth, and that is leadership. So all that being said, at the end of the day, when we think about how we want to see people lead, I've been saying it also for a long time, we change the rules. All these politics and all the shit doesn't have to be what it is, y'all. We can hold people accountable. We can ask questions. We can dig in. We can bring our lived experience
if the numbers stand,
Right.
like if the numbers stand,
I still love to talk about those numbers. Just let me know when you're ready.
okay, but if those numbers stand right now,
Yeah.
it looks like the numbers, if I'm not mistaken, say Mike Johnston and Kelly Brook.
Right.
1 and 2, yeah.
I know that it sounds like you want to have a conversation about other candidates, but how are people going to make a distinction between Kelly and Michael?
Absolutely.
That's the discussion.
That's where we stand.
Like that's where we stand.
So listen, now is the time to see, but it was obviously clear before. We have experience, right?
We can start with tonight.
Yeah.
Whose camp came in with Mystical?
Here we go.
Russ camp came in with Free Think Song with Mystical on the audience speaker. We can play it as we need to.
Yes, it's a yes and.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I getting my card back?
Yeah.
We're a monolith.
Mystical and what?
We're not a monolith.
But for the people that say, well, okay, I'm not just about getting the patriarchy out, right? I'm not just about the white man not being a part of this. How do they choose between the two? Because the average eye is just two white people up there, and I don't know who to choose from.
That's where I was months ago.
So it's a lot of stuff, right? And you have to take it all in one. Who's around these white people, right?
Right. That's what I need to know.
This is what she was
Break down something.
and I'm not even a typical dress. I'm in a t-shirt. Normally I'm in dashiki, right, with locks. And even in my hoodies, right? Black Joy is revolutionary. Black people make me smile. This, if you came to a coffee, you see me showing up with this white woman at our coffees in white neighborhoods, in black neighborhoods. Like, it's not a front. Like, she's welcoming and all encompassing of this, right? And we've heard it before, like with people like, like when they made a choice back in the day to get involved in an interracial relationship. There's something to be said about that. But here's the reservation, right? Kelly Brook has managed the city before.
Okay.
Right. So she's also worked before the managing the city. She worked as a legislative policy. I'm messing the title up. A policy analyst for all 13 city council members. Right? So she understands it from a legislative perspective. She understands it from the executive perspective, which is the mayoral seat. And then after she left the mayor, she went to the general chamber, right? And she was the first woman, and I'm going to say the first Democrat, to actually lead the general chamber. Yeah. So when she came there, we're like, oh my God, this Democrat woman, why is she here? So she did progressive work on the chamber, right? And a lot of times people like to hear on the chamber, and you were against Philly Lee.
Right. That was the one that I heard.
Yes. And her statement is, if the average Denver person is making $40,000 a year, and you're struggling to live off of $40,000 a year, how the hell can you do that in half? Right? So she believes that family leave should be paid at 100. That's 100%. All your money percent on your leave.
And that's what happens when you talk to her. She was no on the conditions of that.
That's a big difference when you say that.
And that's when you start to have the conversations. Y'all ask the questions. Ask the questions. You will be able to lean in. And even if you don't agree with the answer, lean in harder.
Right.
Go harder.
And let me just ask you all, I want to ask you guys some more questions. And
I missed out on the other part. Also, because I am nuance king, I'm so sorry, y'all. Also,
y'all got a party to be at. Y'all got a party to be at.
Kelly Brook is not the silver spoon in the mouth candidate. This is what I was not always Kelly Brook. When they asked me, I was like, hell no. And that's my exact quote. When they were like, you want to work for a mayoral candidate? Yes. Who's the candidate? Kelly Brook. Hell no. And like, meet me, talk to me, and I did. I thought Kelly Brook was always a rich white woman that never understood a thing about struggle, right? If you go to our website, kellybrook.com, you will see her give a snippet of her struggle of who she was. My family's never been on food stamps. Right. Her family was, right? And all that comes with her natural birth father was murdered by gun violence before she was F1. Right? So she also wants to state is.
But the piece that I just want to share with you is we have gone through about 1,000 forums. So we know Kelly, we know the narrative, we know the story, we know she's a great person, all those different things. I'm talking about now, if these numbers stand, and I don't know how many votes are still remaining, Dr. Lisa Calderon has a third place dynamic, and it sounds like you all won't be needing any of those votes. And the numbers between Kelly and Mike are so close. It would seem to me that the strategy would be how to embrace more than to continue to attempt to tear down, if that is in fact what's happening. My question is really about what's the move forward with Kelly and Mike, because it's still a very close margin, and I don't know the numbers. Those are the top two right now. If whoever candidate reaches out to those bases of support that will push them across the finish line, I think that's more conducive to a winning candidate, as opposed to some alienation that might occur. I don't know. Maybe you don't need Dr. Lisa Calderon voices or any of that.
Stop it.
So what is the strategy forward? Because no one has to sell us on who Kelly is right now, because we know who she is.
People still need to know, right? You have a state institution, build yourself up from the bottom, work hard to achieve what you want. That's coming from. But yet, going forward, we've always been open. Right, we have a hard code of conduct, but this ain't the same machine because I rip them down. I grab them by the ankles and I drag them up and down the stairs. You have not seen that, right? Because Kelly's thing is, once we win, we need everybody to come in. You've seen it on the debate stage. Kelly has not taken swings at any of the candidates, right? So this is the theory, this is the philosophy that we have on the campaign. It has been open. It's been open. It has been welcoming to everyone to come in. Yesterday, day before yesterday, and that's not even something I would do, right? Kelly is classy, right? She's a class act. She called all the mayoral candidates on the ballot to wish them good luck.
I love that.
Now, if you know me and my work, I never wish my opponent good luck. I ain't ever wish my opponent good luck. I ain't learning. I'm just telling you what Kelly did. This ain't how she's
He's like, I did not give her that gem.
I see people speaking Mandarin, Cantonese, French. I can't speak none of this shit, but I recognize that it's a real language. That's Kelly's testimony, right? And that is the culture of our campaign. So we're not doing the tearing down. You see, right? And I'm like, swing, Kelly, swing. Like, show them who you are. Like, that's what I wanted to.
Has the knowledge base to do it. So our whole thing is, we can't do this. We just cannot.
Yeah.
And it takes an arrogant, ignorant person to do that. We are all about encompassing and bringing people on board. Like, people have reached out and like, listen, people have told me, right? People have told me from the whole Slate team, like, I didn't want to like you. But that was me. That was me. Right. That's my story. That is our plan. That is our whole thing, because Kelly is the unifier. Like, we have people on the team. We got Republicans on our team, right? Like, and I'm like, you know how I am a straight up deal.
Well, you geek out on this like I do.
But it's just the unifying aspect of the candidate. That is who she is.
Run the tapes back
So
to watch her non-verbal.
right. If y'all up there and you want to hear some real words, off of 35th and Walnut, tell them that she said she's
on the street. Oh, that's just there's real street. There's real.
We got real cheese over there.
We have cheese too.
So listen, I'm real cheese here. It's open.
I'm still trying to figure out a question.
All right, y'all, I'm
I
back.
don't know if I got it.
And I got one more thing to say. Just one more thing. Y'all been here all day.
That's
the point. Actually, we're kind of tired.
All I have to say is, we only have one flyer. We don't have a Black Votes Matter flyer. We don't have an All Votes Matter flyer. We got one flyer on our campaign. That we got through a Black union company that's in Colorado.
Okay, Black Union.
One flyer.
Bullet. It's black. It's bullet.
I will reiterate again that I think the winner tonight.
It's a black printing company. But the
And
owners are Bullet members.
I say receive it.
Take it.
Right. Take your flowers where they give them. Take that thing, because you are.
You have done a fabulous job. You have introduced us to a candidate that none of us would have considered.
These cones are sitting up here rallying behind a white woman.
You all know.
And it's 2019 all over again.
Yeah. But as I stated earlier, I think that anyone would be very smart to be hiring you, and under no circumstances should you ever again not have a job.
That part.
Amen.
There we go.
And I honestly think that if it were me, you would be on my administration in some way, shape, or form.
And with that being said, 11 donations a day, y'all.
There it is.
Patreon.
Damn, that message.
I became a Patreon today, y'all. Yes, I did the That's Way Cool option. And you can also do a cool option, That's Way Cool, or That's Super Cool, or something like that. I became a Patreon today. You can also go to brotherjeff.com, PayPal option, or
The great Leanne Wheeler. There she is.
JEFFMART. No matter where you stand, no matter what your perspective, no matter
This
where
is
you're
horrible,
sitting in
cuz
those
like
polls,
nobody came out.
y'all, give to Brother Jay.
For real.
Nobody turned out.
For real. We get all the there's no filters, y'all. We looking rough, crazy, sweaty, all the things. This is where you get it unfiltered.
21,330 votes.
11 donations
Kelly
today.
Brown.
This is election night. Let's go to
20. I was
22,811 votes.
Let me
To
tell
Mike
you guys
Johnson.
before y'all get back to the party, I go to just.
We going back to the party. Y'all
Y'all going back to the party. I want to just Shay J. Hold on, Shay J. Sandy, the great. Because as the numbers stand right now, Kelly is behind Mike Johnston.
But we don't read top of the ballot.
Well, I just want to get the question out in terms of what is it, the way the conversation began, I think it put off a lot of individuals, and that's probably what it is in terms of in terms of these elections, etc. There's been a lot of undervotes.
Yeah.
And in terms of and vote for either. What is it that you all have to say that would bring folks along to the Kelly camp as opposed to drive them away from the Kelly camp?
Chapman called it. He said, Mike Johnson got in there. I said it was a
It's
wrap.
all of us to be here. But listen, I'm human. I know y'all don't like to believe it.
So now it's coming down to two whites and a runoff.
I'm not stuck in the mud. So I'm just working for all that type of stuff right now. But our campaign is over.
This ain't gonna make the runoff.
Everybody and anybody. Our campaign is over.
There's fucking chance.
Supporters from
There's
other
Ian.
races have come to
So
our
it's literally
cause,
come down to
right?
two
Owen
whites.
Perkins, who started their
From
election
Mayor to
campaign.
Maha Income City.
Lisa Calderon supporter, came to our coffee, right? And he came to our coffee charging in like, look. Kelly's like, I hear that. And this is how I feel. Owen might not admit it, but I got digital. He shook his head and was appreciative of the answer. Right? We don't exclude people. We're like, who you with? Oh, no, you can't come in here. Come on in and get the answer.
I can't wait to see
Nothing is
Albertus.
gonna change about that except
Albertus, I thought, I was gonna be working for Leslie.
Yeah, right.
It is invitation. It's open. We post
Leslie
up
should
our
just stay at the state house in the first place.
Everyone is welcome to come. We say that type of stuff. Like you can't make a horse drink, right? Like you can lead the horse to water or whatever. So it's open. And Kelly's philosophy is we do better from challenge ideas, challenge beliefs, different perspectives than what we know to understand. Because this is not my Denver. It's not anybody's Denver that's watching. It's our Denver. Right? So
That's
it's
a
a collective
Hancock
work.
shit.
So I have to reiterate once again, watch the debates. Kelly has led by example what the campaign is, what her leadership style is. It's listening. It's taking a punch, rolling with the punch, and providing a solution to it and welcome me in. I mean, it's really the turn the other cheek campaign. And so, understand that's Kelly. That is I am helping get that idea. I'm helping get that philosophy up to make Denver better, right? To make it be the Denver that we all knew and love. Like, that is our campaign. So I encourage you. Next week,
So what? June 6th is gonna be our runoff, right? June 6th.
June 6th.
June 6th is our runoff. Okay.
Right, but come out. This is who she is. This is the only race that Kelly's ever ran.
Wow.
It's the only race that she ever intends to run.
Well, I like how she said that she will not be seeking all the next steps and all those different things in terms of she's not going to do all of those different things. But there will be more numbers that are dropping. I don't know how many are out.
That smile is for you, Brother Jeff, because I've never felt as unseen as I have tonight. But free been unheard.
We have never been that. I have to be crystal clear.
That shit, oh man, disrespectful in the chat. Because can you see the black is pregnant? And I asked, who was the daddy? And they said I was being disrespectful. I said, who's the daddy? And I said, you're being disrespectful. I said, how am I being disrespectful?
Here, come over here, give us some hugs too.
That's the one. She literally let that white woman tokenize her in a goddamn TV ad. And then when I asked her, did she get paid? She wanted to act stupid with me. And all I was doing was asking the honest question, did you get paid for that photo op?
Y'all can come to the party with us if y'all want to.
We gotta cover these details.
With everything.
That was awesome. Oh my goodness. You guys be careful.
Yeah, you guys be safe.
Be careful, please. My word. Well, and we still only have water.
What just happened?
It was like a tornado. That was like a live and living color tornado. It has swept through the culture. First campaign stopped in and said, hey.
Did it, but hey.
And they showed you wrong. Did they?
Or they heard me say, get your ass out of here.
Either or, they made it happen.
Well, that crew just came home.
That's right.
They live.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the free thing. So.
Right, exactly. Yes, I don't even know how much that really counts. Like, they have to be here.
But I want to ask you guys a question. I really don't know how these numbers are. I know that you do the integer math. I don't know how many is out there.
So to vote in.
You know, I do know that knowing 2-0 is a wrap. I'm pretty sure we did that dang thing. But
Kelly's a yes. That's about. Kelly stands on 20. And
5 votes.
She's been that. Like, you don't have to introduce the free think zone to Kelly.
Shout out to the 5 people that did vote for me, but
you know, we know him very
horrible.
well. And Mike is still 24% to 23%. So Mike is 1 percentage point ahead. And I don't know if a good strategy is to alienate the third position individual. You know what I mean? Because Mike just needs, this is going to be very close, 1%, 2%. I would do everything I could to reach out as opposed to, you know, do some of what I think I might have saw and heard. I don't know what people saw and heard, but I don't think it endears. I don't think it endears folks to jump into the Kelly camp as much as it is to say I'm either an undervote or I will go and hear what Mike has to say. What do you all think? I mean,
Brother Jeff, you're hitting the nail on the head with that, and I think especially, you know, for voters, you feel a type of way because you have to realize that everybody is not as politically savvy and smart, right? And so you never want to feel bad or dumb or unknowledgeable for the person that you voted for. And if you make people feel like that, at some point it feels like you're alienating them. So it's like, well, I don't want to even come onto your team because you're making me feel like I shouldn't have voted for this person or that person because you see these levels of consistency and you see these things. And so I think you have to be really careful with how you approach that and to say, you might have voted for this person because A, B, C, or D. Let me tell you where my candidate stands on those issues and how they can make sure they take into consideration why you originally were voting for this other person. I think people need to hear more about facts, right? I think people need to understand, like, this candidate still understands your position in these spaces. This candidate may see that everybody voted no on 2.0, but they voted yes. But let me tell you how they're going to make sure this stands into play. I think we have to start approaching these from a more critical thinking space, right? And so it makes people say, okay, well, my candidate may not have made the top 2, but this person might be the best person in alignment for the next part of my vote. And I would want to feel like that as a voter. I want to feel like, where does my vote actually align now that my person's out?
Right. And I don't even know who's in or out right now.
Well,
like, it's not over.
No, it's not over. But a
over.
snapshot in time, we've got one. We know who 1, 2, and 3
The poll said the top 3, and it seems to stand up.
Yeah. The poll said a virtual 3-way tie for first. And the numbers, of course, are not bearing that out. What we do have is a 2-way tie at the moment, with many ballots yet to count, with this nominal difference of about 1% between the first and second position. But to your point, that third place candidate is coming with a significant portion of the votes.
Right.
And what you would want to have happen, no matter who comes in third, you would want those votes to swing your way if you're one of the top 2.
Right. Absolutely.
And so there's got to be some kind of maneuvering around that, I would think. And that begins once we've got more of the ballots in and the tallies happen. But typically that's what you're going to see. We saw it in the last cycle, where the number 3 position threw their votes behind. Lisa was in third place last time, and then she threw her votes behind. Thank you. And I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I just couldn't black out on her name. It's been a long time.
It was a while ago.
I'm not a young woman. I know it. And so, that mattered, and that didn't matter enough, as far as integer math goes. But that's what you would hope to have happen. And so I believe that's the question that you're asking.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it this way, also,
we've got a lot of votes to count.
There are a lot of votes to count, but even with that 1%, these candidates that got 1%, that 1% is valuable.
The map. Well, that's good.
1%. That 1%
that's good.
Matters right now. You've got some leverage.
And then some of this help you might not want.
Yeah, some of it you don't want. But I'm really
serious.
I got the same question that I've been asking. I thought that Councilwoman Debbie Ortega was going to do a lot better, but her performance in the debates and all that stuff didn't outline that at all. It didn't. There was a gulf between some of those different things. But I don't understand. As incredible as Ian Tafoya, I don't get 1,152 votes.
Yeah.
Like if you think about the top numbers.
Yeah.
If you look at these top numbers, Mike Johnson is at about 23,000 votes.
Right.
And then you go to an Ian that is about 1,100 votes. How do we even explain or reconcile that? What do you think, Sandy?
Well, Ian's campaign was strong. I got his emails every day. I thought his material was very professional. I think Ian is a victim of disbelief, if not disbelief in terms of his campaign, but just the voters. I feel like this is probably a case where people just did not think that he was viable, and I think they voted that way. And I am by no means saying that Ian was not viable, because I had 3 candidates. This was a very difficult choice for me. there were 3 of them that for me, I could have gone anyway. I voted, and I think, so because of that, I think you probably are seeing some victims in here. And I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this at all. I really expected to see these numbers to be more diluted. And I'm the one who said that I expected Andy Rougeau to go in because I truly expected those numbers to be diluted. But what we are clearly
so the next results are coming in 20 minutes
on electability.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
That's
I mean,
pretty much gonna be it.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I absolutely agree with
Unless it's
that.
still
because
counting tomorrow.
Some people just weren't going to make it up enough that it wasn't even worth voting for them, right? And then my question is, do these candidates now get behind Kelly, or what do these candidates do now? Do you see these candidates throwing in their hats and saying, I'm going to back somebody else up, or do you see them just kind of getting silent? Or when you have there's so many of them, what does that look like?
I think it depends on who's in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't ever see a scenario where a candidate like Ian supports a corporist, period. And so counting in, getting the ballots brought in, counted, say now Dr. Calderon is in one of the 2 positions, then I absolutely see these other candidates acquiescing around her, and pushing that candidacy along.
Yeah, I said I would support Alicia if she make the runoff.
I don't
see
them
make the
doing
runoff,
that
though.
for 2 corporatists.
She's not gonna make the runoff.
That I don't see at all.
Yeah.
So
and
white winner.
I don't even see Canada Rougeau doing that.
Wow.
Black
Not
people don't
really.
vote.
Right. He
Not in
doesn't
Denver.
have to.
No. I'm just saying
not vote.
that even though it's because
That's
he's
what
this
this is
entire
on.
time, he's the guy who didn't
I only
raise
have
his hand.
5 fucking
I
votes
want
in
to
those
hire him.
5.
He doesn't have anything to cash in. No, at all. No, that's true. Not at all. And so I believe it comes down to who the 1 and 2 are, and as to who falls away. Now, for me, I wonder who a candidate like Chris Hansen would support, with Tina Johnson in a rough.
People that look like me.
Before you
These
go, the
mugs.
history would say the white guys tend to galvanize around the white guys. And so I think Mike Johnston gets Chris Hansen.
Where are you
I
at,
think
Lady
Mike
Sue?
Johnston gets, several of the kind of, I don't think Andy Rougeau will weigh in because his message is still, I'm against all of these folks. All these folks are
And he
horrible.
hasn't changed.
He's Republican.
It'll
He's
be
not
hard for
going
him
to
to
hate
say,
that.
I hate them all, but let's go with either
No,
one of them.
yeah.
He disappears.
Here's what I'll say. Yeah, he
Writes
just
off
goes,
his money.
he goes back to getting dirty in his fancy business, but in his boots and what. And so, yeah, I think that's right. And then I do believe that Chris will have, again, as the answer is Mike Johnston, should Mike Johnston win, and so you want to show up supporting him in the event. Here's what if it comes down to the 2 of them, if it comes down to Broff or Johnston, I believe Broff wins. I do believe that.
Well, and sorry.
I'm complete. I'm complete.
I'm going to say I honestly can't help but wonder what kind of influence quality didn't make in her numbers, because he went behind her immediately. So I'm starting to wonder, did Kwame have a bigger backing than we all thought?
Right.
Or are these just votes that are clearly based on her, those who were interested in her in the first place? But it kind of, the question is out there. Did Kwame play a part, make an influence? Was there any influence whatsoever in her results? Endorsing her?
Well, but even with the undervote, if he did, it's only probably a fraction of 1.44%.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Particular
yeah, I'm going to say
he's not
no.
here, and if somebody they couldn't, even if they voted for him, and it shows up in the undervote, the undervote is still just 1,361 votes.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure he doesn't account for all 1,361. So his equity might be 75.
It's not over yet, but it's getting there.
Well, what I'll say is his candidacy. Listen, that dude struggled with who he was, what his message was, from forum to forum. And it wasn't, and actually Median mentioned it, it wasn't
the damn Kwame Spearman.
A flip-flop. Was it Median that mentioned that? Flip-flop per se. He just lost his way every time. And so I don't know that his endorsements.
That's horrible.
He wouldn't have broken into that. He would have been in that 0.4%.
No, he
would have been very, very low.
Yeah, I don't
he wouldn't have hit 1%.
Right.
And so thinking about how this could be moving forward, and again, we got to see in a few minutes, there's going to be another drop. We got to look and see what this next drop looks like. Again, thank you to everybody that goes to brotherjeff.com, makes a donation of any amount. We got to keep saying that. And don't forget about Chubby Curls. If you're wondering about your vote, get you some Chubby Curls.
And then what?
Rub it in. Chubby Curls educate the natural community one scalp at a time. You've got those little skinny curls, make them chubby. This mayoral race, and I want to go. We were going down this yes line. It looks like West Side developers and some of those individuals, they're having a good day with their candidates and a poor day with their kind of proposition, with the referendum.
And check it out. This was a referred measure from the Denver City Council. And that's interesting. I just had an aha moment. And so if West Side they're going to get who they want to get.
Almost 30,000, over 30,000
say they
votes.
get whom they want, then they won't have to refer it.
Right.
The next go around.
But by then it'll go
right
to
now,
the judge.
I don't disagree. I think where I was headed with it was they have played the long game here and have played both ends against the middle, I believe. And I think we had a sitting council that didn't want to get caught with their asses hanging out over this. And so they referred it. Because I'm sure as we're all sitting here, the discussion was, man, just go ahead. They already had the handshake or whatever the hell happened. Just go along. And then they had to take a political assessment as to whether they were staying or up or reelecting this cycle. They had to take an assessment on, I can't have my ass hanging out on this. We got to take this back before the voters. If West Side gets the candidates they want to get, that won't happen again. It's all courts. Well, and it's all courts at that point. That's what's occurring for me.
They get another turn at bat.
Just 5.
Yes. Maybe.
You know what's still interesting if you think about it? The reason this is even on the ballot is because they needed to get it done before Hancock was gone. So they didn't know what the next administration was going to look like.
Right.
Now they know what it could potentially look like. So they're sleeping a little well at night because they're going to sleep. They're going to sleep a little bit better tonight. What are your predictions in the next 14 minutes for this next drop? Because our second drop, we barely at 8:30 we barely noticed.
Man, this is
there going to be a bump? Is this the bump?
Going
Because now these are some of the later ballots.
I feel like it.
Would you say that the 10 o'clock numbers are more
This is my district,
some of today's votes?
They've had 3 hours. Yes.
They've had 3 hours.
I honestly don't know.
Or 11:30.
I think I'm leaving here today feeling considerably more disappointed than I expected to. Just based on the candidates. One of my candidates is clearly succeeding. But
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Oh, welcome back.
Are you talking on the phone to somebody?
No.
But
what's all that noise in the back?
Stupid ass chest.
I think.
Why are you watching that again?
Are
you live?
Yeah.
Candidates who are.
What are you doing? What the fuck is this?
I was just playing what they were talking about. Welcome back.
You know they ain't talking about shit.
You got some music or something playing.
God damn it. Just kidding. Hold on a second. Man, it can't be fucking easy. Hold on a second, okay? I thought you was actually talking to somebody.
Ain't nothing be easy for a motherfucker. I swear to God. I'm telling you, family, I think we're live. I pray we're live, right?
Yeah, we're live, and they're live at the same time.
Who give a fuck about them? Fuck them. Shit. Give a fuck right now. Jesus. Here's what they're doing.
So, looks like it's gonna be a run. It looks like it's gonna be a runoff between Kelly Brough and Mike Johnson.
Figures. It's just white people. We're gonna be under fucking 4 more years of white supremacy, family.
Yep, and you have yourselves to blame, Black family.
Your family.
You had a whole candidate, myself, who was running on a Black first agenda that was gonna prioritize your Black ass. And instead of voting for me, y'all went and voted for Mike Johnson.
Yeah, so we don't want to hear shit for 4 years while we keep doing the work. Okay, we don't want to hear shit. Don't tell us shit. Don't talk about tangibles. Don't talk about you need change. Any of that bullshit, because we ain't hearing it. Team Paris over here aren't hearing it. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. We are not hearing it. As much as we've been outside, as much as we fucking do for everybody, nobody gives a fuck. And this is what you did. You signed up for 4 more years. Thank you, family. Thank you, everybody who didn't want to support us. 4 more motherfucking years of white supremacy and fucking oppression. Ethnic cleansing. My ballot will be prepared to be gentrified more. You getting the fuck up out of here. Hey, you ain't got us to blame for it, though. So me and Jesse are going to sleep well tonight, knowing that we did our best. Okay? We did our best. We try to educate you, try to provide for you. We tried to lead your little horses to the water. But you chose to fucking put your faith in the white man again. And look, hey, we can't be held responsible for that. We can't be held responsible for that. It's not on us. So, and we did it. We could sleep at night that we were buck dancing for all this motherfucking bread that pushed this machine.
Right.
So let that be the statement of the night. That we can sleep at night when motherfuckers, we were out there doing the work in the motherfucking cold. We were begging. We were fucking selling our motherfucking wares, pandering ourselves. We did the work. We tried to do it the right way. Nobody was hearing it. So blame yourself. And White Lanta, you continue to stay here. Me, I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do. Be prepared to stay tuned. They'll probably walk up too and not choose me, but hey, at least we can say we gave it a good, fair run. We did our shit. Y'all didn't want to fucking, you don't want to stand behind because you let, what you talking about? You let motherfucking the white media and blackface, or I'm sorry, white media and blackface go ahead and lead you to a different land of white supremacy. More of the same. Man, we got to prepare our unhoused for being captured.
Yep.
We got to go now. We got to go do more work.
Said she said she's still going to lock people up.
Yeah, whack ass motherfucking off-brand bitch. And now, thank you, family. Okay, Endeavor. Now we got to go do the work and actually go tell our fucking people that they're about to be rounded up little by little because we're looking at motherfucking supremacy that wants a clean, safe Denver with the fucking downtown Denver partnership. I don't want to see no ass of fucking people out there.
Their candidate is Kelly Brough.
You did it. 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 I can't wait till we watch the news. So, can we get it on the news? Cause can we watch the news? And I'm looking like a whole motherfucking thug. I was outside. Outside. We was outside. Okay, I'm outside in Aurora, like this. So again, watch. It's okay. It's okay. It ain't gonna stop the grind. We still got to do the work. We still got to do work. Right. We still sit on boards. People still depend on us. So, we're gonna sleep well. What can we say? We didn't make that choice. We tried to do the right thing. So carry on, Jesse. Go ahead. I just got back. Sorry, man. I'm sorry I'm late. But nothing could be easier. I had a little situation while you what happened to me. What happened or not?
What happened?
Well, first of all, You explain to me. Don't explain to me, actually. Don't explain to me. Motherfucking, why the McDonald's in the hood is all barred up in the inside, right? And they got these motherfucking high-ass plastic windows, and I'm sitting there, right? First of all, I should just know better. Don't go inside. Just stay on the outside with everybody else, because it's quicker now.
Building your online business?
And you go outside, you make a little order, they give you a little receipt. Damn, did they even bring us up yet? No. We didn't see no numbers for us?
5 votes.
Are you fucking kidding me, cuz?
That's what it says. 5 votes. There's 19 write-in votes, and 5 of them went to Team Paris. But they're gonna update in 5 minutes, so might have went up.
Oh man, I was like, "Are you serious?" All right, again, not our fault. We did our thing. We did our thing, man.
We did our best to galvanize you brain dead, goddamn Sambo ass coons in this goddamn city, and we kept telling you, you know, you need to go out and vote. You need to vote. You need to vote. So y'all have nothing but yourself brain for this shit. So you got 2 suspected white supremacists.
Nah, that broad is a supremacist.
And runoff.
She is a supremacist. You saw how she talked about when she was referred to Lisa, is called her the extra.
The
You
extra.
know what she was talking about? It's all right, baby. It's all right.
And Mike Johnson, who's been pimping out the black community
for a decade.
Over a decade.
Over a decade. Right?
But that's all y'all want.
Oh man, I don't want to know.
Now, I don't want to hear shit tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. We should have voted for you. Yeah, you should have voted for me, but you didn't.
You didn't. Too motherfucking late now. And we don't want to hear it anyway. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Yeah, like, you know what, cuz? You know what, cuz? You know what, cuz? This is that motherfucking machine. This is that machine, cuz? That's all right. That's all right. Fair Elections Division, we got something for that ass. I don't give a fuck if you did all this, but we know this is you. We know this is you. Okay? We know this is you, and we can't. We know it's you. It's okay.
Yeah, you see this shit though.
The Lopez retained his job. The Lopez retained his job. He sure did, right? Well, whoa.
You see what's happening with City Council? District 9.
How the fuck is Daryl Watson getting more votes than Candy?
Daryl Watson got a lot of support from the Republicans.
He ended up there just runoff shit, cuz. Well, you know, hey, check it out. We did say sweep the council.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a runoff between Candy and Daryl in District 9. District 8, where I live, Brad Levere is leading.
Fuck is that?
That's the white boy that sent all the glossy glosses.
Oh man, so at least Chantel got on there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a runoff between him and Chantel.
And Christian's a good dude too.
Yeah, he just didn't have no support.
That's all right, baby. That's all right. We see you. We see all of you. 45 votes for some writing, huh?
Yeah, I don't know who was running as a writing. Oh, Rita Lewis. Damn, Rita Lewis got more votes. Yeah, Rita Lewis.
Don't say it like that, Jesse. Don't say it like that. There's a whole reason why we're like this, dude. We're the most motherfucking outspoken people out there. There's a reason it's like this. So don't look at it like that and say someone else got more motherfucking votes. You know why that is why it is? Because they don't want motherfucking serious people to get on city council every motherfucking Monday and call them out their motherfucking name, shaming them and shit, calling them racist and white supremacists and shit. So that's okay. It's okay. We know it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We'll deal with let's grieve it. We just gotta grieve it, let it go, and then we'll focus on over here what's going on with Team Paris over here and Team Majors. We'll see what happens over here. Fuck. You know what I mean? This isn't an L, cuz. This is a win for us. If you look at it this way, it's a win for us. We just exposed what we've been saying the whole motherfucking time about racism, white supremacy, how they fucking pick and choose, how they put the media pits people together. This is us telling the truth. Okay? So don't look at it as a loss, baby. You look at it as a positive, as a win. And that the fact is that we were right, that this is a way of being anti-black and shadow banning, and anybody who stands up against the shit, they're going to put them all the way at the bottom. It's white and I say so, remember? That's how the system is. It's white and I say so. So the little motherfucking they made their choices. They made choices. So this is a win for us, cuz. That's how, just look at it that way. This is a win for us, exposing them for who the fuck they are. And just keep in mind, that ain't shit. We still got hella fucking proof over here. We could be fucking exposing shit all week if we wanted to.
Yeah.
So don't think of it as a negative, because it looks like that because that's how the media wants you to feel.
All right, so the new results are in. And Lisa got 13,422 votes. I don't know, much of a change.
Well, look how big and bad Al Gardner was. Everybody thought he was gonna be the shit. Shit. Cuz just keep it rolling down. Just keep rolling down.
Yeah, it's going to be a runoff between Mike Johnson and Kelly Brough. Oh, where's Albertus at? I thought Leslie was gonna win. With all that shit.
No, man. Look at. Just look at the racial demographics, cuz. Look at the racial demographics, and you seeing what's cracking.
Nothing's really changed. It's still the same.
Wait. Scroll down. What's on the undervotes? There's 1,000 overvotes.
That means people voted for two people.
They made a mistake, but they didn't make a mistake. Okay, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Let's put it on the news or something. I might eat while we sit here, because just don't feel like that, Jesse. Don't think about it like that. You want me to get you just stand up, please. Let me calm down. Don't think about none of this like this. They didn't put your name on the thing, huh?
No, because I'm a write-in. You don't never put the write-ins on the thing. You have to literally download the PDF to see exactly how many votes each write-in candidate got.
All right, baby. So I just can't turn on the thing. Hold on a second. Let me finish. Let my just go ahead. Just put on this, baby. I just gotta tell my brother something off the thing. Okay, I'm right here.
Once you meet with a when I first considered
That's not what I asked. I have to unmute the TV.
7:30. For now, we're live in Denver. Italia, thank you. We're also here Hearing from Lisa Erdogan, she's currently in third place. She spoke to her supporters earlier tonight. We can do something really different. We can have a change. We can have a city government that invests in human beings first and foremost.
They don't give
We
a
can have a
fuck.
city where we recognize our interconnectedness.
They don't give a fuck about none of that.
It truly is harmful to all of us. All of us, if anybody's basic needs are not met in our city.
I can't believe Daryl Watson's eating candy though.
Meanwhile, the future of the Park Hill Golf Course is on the ballot tonight as well. Voters are deciding on the development.
Thanks for joining us for continued coverage of the Denver municipal elections. I'm Chris Bianchi, now joined by Kyle Clark. Kyle, getting those initial results back, anything that stands out to you in terms of what we've seen so far?
I mean, I think the surprise at this point might be the margin of lead that Mike Johnson and Kelly Brough hold over the other 42 people in the mayoral field, roughly a 10-point margin. I think Kelly Brough's folks knew that the first ballot drop was going to be very good for her. Her crowd tends to be older more than anything else. It also tends to come from some of the whiter and wealthier neighborhoods in Denver that also tend to vote early. So it's a reasonable assumption that Kelly Brough's current total, percentage-wise, which is right in the neighborhood, 23%, may not grow. It may shrink a bit. Now, again, she's well positioned to make the runoff where she is right now. Mike Johnson, I think, especially given his historic strength with voters of color, might be in a position where he could hold his 24%, perhaps even grow his 24% as the night goes on, which could be pretty remarkable in a 16-way race to have a candidate potentially top 25%. What I'm watching now and with the next ballot drop is, can any of the progressive candidates close the gap on Brough at her 23%? If most of her base came out, voted early, they're in this 7 p.m. ballot drop that includes all the ballots that came in before today, election day. Are there enough ballots outstanding to close the gap for Lisa Calderon, who is the Democratic Socialist endorsed candidate, currently in third place at 14.5% roughly, or back a bit from there, Leslie Herod closing in on 9% of the vote? I think both Herod and Calderon think that their vote could come in later, could come in today, but that's an awful big gap to make up. I mean, that's a 15-point gap for Leslie Herod from fourth to third place. It's a 9-point gap from third place to second place for Lisa Calderon.
Our baby smart. My brother went to the bathroom. He says, he said, we did. We ran a small, little, damn near 1-2 man fucking campaign. You know?
What they saw so far. Well, I mean, anybody who doesn't finish the top 10, I mean, that was the way that this is going to play out, where you've got 16 people on the ballot and 14 of them are going to be losers. You know, I mean, there's going to be a lot of very accomplished people who are going to be losers at the end of the night. Most everybody in the race is going to be a loser. It's not just a 2-person race where one person wins and one person loses. I think, Andy Rougeau, the lone Republican in the race, is actually putting together a fairly strong performance at 13% of the vote. I might have spoken to Leslie Herod. She's back from Rougeau. She's not in fourth place.
Stop sharing it. Let me share it, okay? Because the audio is kind of fucked up.
And again, you're also relying on an older, whiter, wealthy demographic.
You're on channel 9?
Yeah. This is old, though. This isn't current.
All right, I'll get to the current one. Hold on a second. Okay. My brother said, we did our thing. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be okay. It'll be all right. Let's see. Oops. I think I opened the wrong one. What did I say? Sorry, baby, I got kind of distracted for a second. I forgot how to maneuver. Motherfucking StreamYard for a second. That just shows you how much I don't do it. Okay, let's see. What are we on? Regular news, right? Okay. That's your TV in the background, right?
Yeah.
We'll just try to lower the volume. Hold on a second. I think I found it. Just lower it. Just lower it just a smidge. That's all you gotta do. Bam.
The system provides more than your usual cell phone emergency notification. Here's why. You could draw a map where the cell towers are activated, but outside of that map, you wouldn't know that there's an emergency going on. So being able to have the alerts be sent to you.
Damn, Ian.
Ian only got 1% of the vote. Got like 1,100 and something votes.
Are good though.
Yeah, they voted on 202.
Oh, look at Dominic.
How'd the races go in Carl Springs?
I don't know about that, but 2-0 is ahead.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0, right? That's us, yeah. See?
Oh, lost.
Huh?
Oh, lost.
2-0?
Lost.
It didn't lose. It's ahead. I'm current right now. I'm watching it live. I'm live.
I'm
on the live stream.
Lost.
Who did?
2-0.
The Park Hill Golf Course, cuz.
Yeah, lost.
Okay, well, I don't see that, and it's streaming live right now as we're talking. Are you not paying attention?
I don't know how. The no vote on it was 60.
Oh, cuz you're tripping. Let's back this track up, family. Oh, let's see. Stop, Jesse. We stop, please. Jeez. Can you have some fucking positivity right now?
That was like the first announced that law.
Stop. That's enough for you. Jesus. Bam. Oh.
Bam what?
Wait. Referred 2-0. Okay. Why did they put it? Why? I don't understand why they do that. Okay. All right, my fault. Family, when I see things, I think that the winning number should be at the top and not at the bottom. My fault. That's my bad. That was all me. I don't want to hear it. That was all me. I don't want to hear it. This is not important. Don't tell me. I don't care. Jesus.
You want an explanation?
No, not really. Doesn't matter. That wasn't my bad. Wow, they even voted no. Yeah. So I don't want to hear shit, family. We don't want to hear a motherfucking thing. We talk about we needed this, we need that. We don't want to hear a fucking thing. Because you had an opportunity, man. Fucking opportunity.
I want nothing. Just want to feel good.
We don't want to hear, oh, you don't have no get. Nobody wants to think about us with affordable housing and fucking grocery stores and this and that. And I'll be prepared to be in a motherfucking we're about to head into, what do they call it? What do they call it? A dystopian fucking thing? Like that little video I showed you, I shared with you. Hey, Romero, thank you for everything that you did with for us. You have no idea how much it helped, and we did our best. So I just want to tell you thank you for everything that you helped with, and that goes for everybody. You know, thank you, Team Parasites. Thank you. I say thank you, because we know it was act of faith. We still gotta keep doing the work, so it doesn't really matter. It's just I don't even know what to say. Like, I kind of feel disappointed in in our people, really, and in the fact that in the city too. I just put in the city because this is what we do at city council. Fucking tell them the truth. And oh well. So we have to prepare ourselves mentally to go back outside and tell all the unhoused people what's coming for them, which is really nothing good. That's one. Two, we don't want to hear shit, and we can understand the motherfucking cloud session that might happen tomorrow or whatever, but we ain't hearing it. We are not hearing it. We are not fucking hearing it. Me and Jesse have decided we are not hearing it. Not at all.
Thanks, Mayoral. Much appreciated.
Yes,
Appreciate all your support.
Thank you very much. You have no idea how much it helped us because we were struggling and we still struggle. So yeah, you have no idea how much that really helped. And we kept
I wish we had more Riveros and not freaking Jeffs.
Yeah, he stunned us. He stunned us from jump, and he knows it. But that's okay. Every dog has their motherfucking day, and every dog gets drugged. Okay, so for 7 months, 7 months, 8 all the way up damn near till like what, a month ago, 2 months ago, he was dragging you. He was dragging you, shaving you, shit, and then when you galvanize the whites to do the most. And then fuck, man, like you saw how hard it is. It's just me and him. So I'm saying this, baby. We don't. This isn't a loss for us if you look at it. It's just hard. You know what I mean? It is not a loss. It's just like we put in so much motherfucking work, and they don't understand. They will never get it on how much work went into this with nothing, just me and you, and occasional motherfucking donations and shit we did. We were able to galvanize every fucking flyer, every phone call, every motherfucking everything. You know what I mean? And to stay on a fucking Black first agenda of all things, of all fucking things, the one thing they said we couldn't do. So this isn't a loss for us. It's a loss. It's a loss for the motherfuckers that didn't vote for us. Okay, that's a loss to them. It's a loss to the city. We still got to do our work, though. There's still people that depend on us. So, fuck it. Fuck it. We left it in Allah's hands, and the law didn't fuck. We were all right. We're all right, right? We're all right. We're gonna be okay. And round two, because the city of Aurora needs a new council. So, round 2, T. Perry's over here, and I was just outside. So. But thank you, Rivero. Thank you for everything. Thank you, and everybody else. And pretty much everybody we had was Black donors, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So at least we can
honestly. Said,
yeah.
Said, and it was a few OTBs that donated, but the vast majority of the contributors were Black.
Yep. That's positive. Like in the grand sense of things, I can say that in Denver, like that's how I'm gonna look at it in a positive way, that we ran on a B1 agenda, right? Very Black first.
Donated, but they didn't vote.
That's not our fault, though. That's not our fault, Jesse. That not everybody's codified. And they're still under basically, you know what I mean? We can go in all day about this, about on my shit. We'll take it over to my shit. Then we can really go in all day over there.
We are technically on your shit right now. So if you want to go in on it, you can, because this is being streamed on Facebook in the Revolutionary Agenda.
Well, all right. So let me just put it this way, because all right, we ran on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't lose. Basically, what it was is that I'm sorry, I'm emotional, man. People don't understand how much fucking work it was for me to. I changed my whole motherfucking life for this campaign. Through this campaign, my whole fucking life changed. So it was like it's a big fucking deal for me too. Yeah, so when he lost, I lost. It's not a loss. We look at it this way. We ran on a completely black first agenda. We didn't buckle. We didn't submit. We told them what it was. We told them we weren't fucking pandering ourselves like everybody else was when it was fucking like 34 below or some shit like that, negative 34. What do them numbers get down to, babe? Where you couldn't even go outside?
Yes.
What them numbers come down to? Like in the two cyclones?
It was 3 bomb cyclones.
Yeah. We advocated for our motherfucking people, which, sorry. Hey, you know what? We ain't sorry, actually. We live very unapologetically black over here. We are not sorry that you chose the wrong fucking team.
Right.
Okay, so we're not sorry. And we're not gonna fucking stop anyway. We're just fucking, yeah, of course you're gonna be a little disappointed or whatever, because the numbers, if you want to look at numbers and shit, they'll say one thing, and then you got motherfucking coons and samples and shit that are gonna fucking spin it another way tomorrow when we go outside. Right? Instead of being encouraging or being positive and shit, not knowing all the motherfucking work and the losses that me and him took. We took family losses through this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I just lost my cousin. He just lost his grandfather. I've been sick through the whole motherfucking campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I could have died I don't know how many fucking times. I'm always in the motherfucking hospital. And we pushed through it. Just me and him and the little help we got. We hit the streets. We did everything we possibly could. So it wasn't long. But not to mention all the motherfucking truth telling, the work we did. And we honestly did not let the motherfucking white media do it that way. It's just what it is, family. And if you're not tapped in, and they're only fucking listening to 9 News, Channel 7, 31, 2, Brother Jeff show. This is what you're subjected to, and these are the choices that you made. So for the next 4 years of added white supremacy, Montbello, be prepared to be just completely gentrified and you're moving up the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? We're about to go into some serious shit, and all our fucking people down there, all our unhoused people, are better be prepared to either get picked up and going into jail. They ain't got no real plans. Look, this is just fucking pretty talk. They ain't got no real plans, because if they were really trying to do something, people would have already been off the street.
Mm-hmm. And none of them house people. I house people.
That motherfucking Kelly, bruh, not only is a racist, but she tokenizes black. She tokenized a black lady, a couple of black people. But it's okay to sit up on her couch and drink tea and have conversations and shit. You know what I mean? It's like this. Let's check this out. Black people in America nowadays is real funny style. You know what I'm saying? That real funny. You know, well, I guess it's whoever got the bag, right? Hashim?
Yeah, that's
whoever
cool.
got the bag. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't understand. We had a all fucking black grassroots fucking thing going on over here. For real. For reals. It wasn't even a lie. It's like a real thing. What's that money called, Jesse, where they had it's like extra money. It's like different funding from different people.
It's independent expenditures.
Independent expenditures. Yeah, my bad. Thank you, man. Independent expenditures, right? You know, motherfuckers, every articles we read about the independent expenditures, and nobody knows where these monies are coming from. For real, people, you gonna let this happen? But it's not from the state; it's from different developers.
Out of state. They're coming from out of state.
Right. But the candidates don't know about it. Don't know who's in charge. Hey man, check it out. I don't know what kind of world we live in, right? But I'll jump for some fraudulent bullshit. Yeah, I'm not going to jail for that. I want to know exactly where it comes from. Even so, who's in charge of that? Even so,
It could be no
somebody
more
got to know something, right? Jesse,
yeah, it's
for
the machine. It's the
right,
machine, the Democrats.
right.
Party
So,
Democrats.
but if you ask me, am I gonna try? Even if I had, let's just hypothetically say, there was a pack supporting me, right? You think I'm just gonna trust my life in the hands of a motherfucking pack that's taking whatever, doing whatever, and I'm not gonna know where it's coming from, or who is it, or looked into it myself? My life is on the line. I could go to prison. You think?
Yeah.
But they just accepted it, and then I look stupid when, I don't know. You know, blah, blah, blah. Like one time I asked Chris Johnson's people, I was like, hey man, I wrote on his messenger, I wrote on his Facebook page. I was like, who's in charge of you? Who handles you, cuz?
You mean Chris
Who manages you? Whoever the fuck I wrote on, I don't know. They're all the same. They all look the same to me. So I was like, who fucking like, they all look the same to me. I do. All white people look the same to me. That was funny to me. Sorry, I had to enjoy myself right there. Yeah, I said, who manages you? Who wrangles you in? Right? And somebody sent a long ass motherfucking message. It's almost like it was AI created. I was like, God damn it, dude. You can't even get a simple answer. Joe Blow right there does it. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to that motherfucker for stealing my shit. But no. All right. We don't want to hear shit. We don't want to hear shit. And I feel like I don't even know. I don't even feel like I'm gonna say like, don't even talk to us right now. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to her unless you got fucking nice words. You gonna buy me and Jesse a bottle of liquor? Are you gonna comfort us? We don't want to hear it, huh? We gotta comfort each other, like we did this whole motherfucking campaign. I don't even want, man. I don't realize that you make it hard for the unhoused people. I made it so hard for them. You know, it's only gonna get worse. And yeah, I'm disappointed in us, Black family. We could have did better for real, but now we can't even say that. You had a chance to do better. I feel like, man, all the growth we made though, baby. What you think?
Yeah. I'm trying to find a picture of how much
Check it out.
money it was.
Check it out. Nobody showed up. Anything Jesse was gonna show up everywhere, right? Oh, scary asses, and Jesse show up, motherfucking bad, like submit a little bit, kind of shake. It's kind of funny. I'm definitely stop fucking with him when I'm there. You know, I hate the fact that I was sick the whole fucking time, but nonetheless, even without a team, me and Jesse we were putting out flyers for like, God, months before even anybody did them. And it was even better. We could even sleep better than I stood on Brother Jeff not getting one. Oh, he had any flyers in his place? It's because Jesse left them there. Huh?
Yep.
He put a little stack in there. They wouldn't have got shit from me. Huh? I mean it. I'm not going to be any flyers, none of that shit. It was going to be like, no, and no. I mean that. That's what the city needed, was a motherfucker to say no. I had that, but it's okay. Okay, you got 4 years to deal with it.
Yep, so don't get buyer's remorse now.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not getting behind either one of these mugs.
Come on. Everybody
I'm not
like,
getting behind Mike Johnson, and I'm not getting behind Kelly Bruff. So that's goodbye. Don't call me Hashim. Don't call me. Come on, I need you to support Kelly Bruff. No, not happening. Chapman.
You not support no racist, because she's a racist.
We love you, Chapman, but we're not supporting Mike Johnson. So Here's
I
a
mean,
Chapman, he forced Mike Johnson. Mike
Did he vote
Johnson
for him?
had I think he did.
That's what I want to hear from you traders anyway. As far as we're concerned, you were, man, we got no respect for motherfuckers that smile in our face and do it behind our back.
Yeah, so look how much money was raised just between these two candidates.
What am I looking at? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Stop sharing, okay.
You can still share it. It's just,
Right.
So Mike Johnson raised.
I can't see your
2,000.
screen too light.
I don't know. You can't see my screen.
Just share it like you would normally.
So I did.
I'll blow it up or something.
It is blown up.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just read it to me because I can't see shit. I'm so hungry. I earned this chicken nuggets, man.
So Mike Johnson raised almost $3 million. Let's put it like that. It was a little under $3 million
I had that extra boost of funding accordingly.
from those independent expenditures.
Fuck that, man. You know, I don't give a fuck how much we wanted to win, dude. We had to stick to our morals.
And he got the fair election money.
And that's even worse. That's even worse.
Kelly Brough got the fair election money.
Where's the fucking justice, dude?
Kelly Brough raised $2,368,583 or $83.24. Leslie raised a little over $1 million. Majority of her money came from Fair Election Fund. Andy Rognett, or Roger, the neo-Nazi KKK monk, he raised almost $1 million.
I mean, he got the money off of his family shit.
Self-funded, yeah. He self-funded almost $1 million.
Man, since any of y'all buying that Sephora shit, because you just don't need to know that behind that, okay, since it's buying that Sephora shit, is neo-Nazi motherfucking madness, because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Motherfuckers are racist. A racist, because he's a piece of the prejudice, a fucking racist. That's a motherfucker that says, I'm white and I say so. I don't want to see this in my motherfucking backyard. I got pretty little white, little blonde girl. I got pretty little daughters, little white daughters.
12,
and I don't want them around them.
And the 12, 13,000 mugs that voted for him, they're white supremacists too.
Yep. And you can't even say, I want to hear shit. We don't want to hear a motherfucking thing talking about, they just support losers and everything has to do with racism and white supremacy. For fuck's sake, goddamn right.
Right.
Everything goes to white supremacy at the end of the day. So not on us that you're not on code and aware of that. You know what I mean? But no, we don't want to hear it. But if you like that Sephora shit, know that white people are behind it. Whether not just white people, but racism is behind that. But that white supremacy is behind that.
And then rounding it out is Chris Hansen, the bastard that fucking stole our goddamn information and turned into a TV ad.
Mm-hmm.
He raised $647,417.99.
How much? 99 cents?
$647,417.99.
All I'm gonna say is that me and my babe deserve a fucking vacation. Don't you think, baby?
Yeah, we ain't got no vacation money though.
Shut up, Jesse. Fuck's sake, man.
Vacations cost money, baby.
Stop. Why do you guys have to be so fucking negative?
Yeah, we do.
Just say yes. Period. Don't say nothing else. Yes. Maybe I have ideas, cuz. Did you ever think about that? Yeah, I have ideas. Maybe we could do something other than. Why do you always gotta go there with the money, you pretty little duck?
I'm I'm definitely not a pretty little duck.
And I immediately think about money, pretty little duck. I've been mowing my whole life outside. I don't really have to pay for shit. Could you not just ride with me on this? This is what I'm saying. We need a break. We get them all. Man, we did our thing. Take like 2 weeks off. Man, you're free right now. You ain't got the landmark going on.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God! No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Okay, well, yeah, you do. I forgot. Yeah, you do. You're right. I was there. I remember. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My fault. You still win June, right?
Yeah, I still have that tomorrow.
So what? Just take 2 weeks off. It will behoove us. I'm gonna take your silence as yes.
I don't know what taking a day what off is. There is no ending until the end of racism and white supremacy.
Jesse, be realistic, man. I already told you. I already told you how that's gonna end, and that's not gonna end right now. So we take some breaks. Stop. Shh. Let's take some breaks. Let's take a break, man. Fuck them. Let's punish everybody. No bad. You gotta look at the internet and shit. We can actually shut down for a minute. Reset. Because keep in mind that this all this shit, watching all this shit, kind of toxic, babe. A level of fucking toxicity that is causing all kind of fucking stress and dysfunction, basically. You know what I mean? So we just take a little break. We can just take a little break. I mean, we like, look, not like anybody really needs us right now to be doing shit, except for the elders. You know? And the boards we serve. And I just get notifications so they know where to show up. You know? Damn, man. Was there no sound on this? Is Brother Jeff show still live?
No, it just ended.
Oh, that's okay. Honestly. I'm gonna go right to that. I watched the live, the other live. Let's see. Hold on, baby. What in the fuck? Is it showing?
So this is why people think that I was on Leslie's campaign from the
it's showing, right?
Leslie has been consistent as a Black woman. Right.
Yeah.
Now, there might be some questions about how she did the shit.
Yeah.
But Leslie is a visibly undeniable Black woman who has no other option than showing up and representing as Black. And she has carried issues. And if we look as Black people, all of us up in here, love is thick. Love will suffocate a person that don't even need oxygen to breathe, right? That's how thick love is, but we're all different. We're not a monolith, right? And so Leslie gets hit on that. And I've hit Leslie on some things as well too. But what I can't take from her is her blackness, right? And Leslie's never ran from it. Lisa has. 4 years ago, she was a woman of color. And listen, I'm not.
And this year she ridiculed a black woman. I'm gonna be real. This year, Lisa ridiculed a black woman.
Who's
for
that?
her blackness at that. So yes, I'm talking about the recording. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. You don't ridicule a black woman for her blackness because I love the skin I'm in. I'm in the best skin I am when I'm a black woman. And I will not trade it for anything.
That's a motherfucking lie. Stop the cap, cuz. Stop the cap. You came in for a white bitch.
No matter what,
you came for the sister or whatever. She's not.
If she's out of pocket, she may have forgotten that she's a black woman for that moment.
No, because did you forget you're a black woman when you let this bitch tokenize you?
Disrespect or devalue a black woman.
Did this bitch forget she's black?
Recording, listen to it yourself.
You got a whole t-shirt that said, "I black, cuz," but you sitting on a white bitch's couch. Not the cap. Not the motherfucking cap.
Wait. Before you go there, hold
on.
Because
pause right there. Black people, stop doing that.
And Leslie was at every conversation.
Stop doing all of this shit.
It was at every conversation. It was these two conversations.
How you motherfucker want to be respected when you act stupid like that? This bitch let her tokenize her and put her commercials. 2 commercials.
So if we look at this time last year, Wanda James was running.
Fuck
her own distance.
I literally said the same thing when I was playing this video earlier.
Wanda's like, I'm out of emerge because I feel that Lisa's working against me. And like, God damn it, I am forever.
I just picked the spot. I don't even know where
I'm right. Lisa wanted me to be fired from Wanda's campaign, and Wanda's like, I'm ride or dying for Hashim.
You know what, Hashim? Even if you did bring up
talk about Kelly Ruff,
so we don't like at the table. We have
I recognize it, but I'm missionary Baptist. So give me a second. I'm I got time to say this is where my critique comes in at, right? Like they are both women with black fathers, right? But Wanda has made a declarative stance of saying, I'm a black woman, period. Yeah, my mama's white, but I'm a black woman. Wanda has always ran that, and Wanda's always held the same ground on that. So Wanda's had my back, just like Kelly Brook has had my back. From day one, it's never been a question about the bullshit that I went through. Right? Like I was unjustified, right? Like when a black man comes from victim to defendant, and the newspapers are reaching out like, Kelly Brook, is Hashim Tariq Coates on your campaign? Anytime they use that middle name, Tariq, right? From the Muslims,
First of all, they don't give a fuck about you because if they really give a fuck about
my
you,
middle name, I know the BS. So I'm like, yeah, it's the same Hashim that won 20 races. That's been a part of 20 winning races. I don't know.
Did you see me throw the C up there?
20 winning races in the past 4 years.
That's all cap.
It's him, and he's with us.
And we'll stay with it.
And I'm like, well, goddamn, that was the first time.
Yeah.
So
that was funny.
Time a reporter
Let's stop reading
because,
stuff and looking like that.
They wanted to think it was breaking news that a white woman was paying a black man for his labor post Civil War. Right.
Oh,
so
shit.
It became all this stuff.
You're saying that. Something that's not what they said. I'm not a motherfucking with us. That's not what they said.
Positive contribution to the
That's
team.
what we're saying.
That's what this white woman is who people like Lisa.
I'm not saying
people saying she's racist and all this type of shit.
I don't matter. You're all everybody's over there about
saying, like,
money.
yo, this is Hashim.
It's about
I
principle.
believe in Hashim. Hashim's asked this contribution, right? And Kelly's actually, she's so fucking humble, right? She's actually got an award for like her re-entry work that she did while she was at the the big bad Denver Chamber. She got an award for reintegrating people with convictions on their record, felony convictions. And she's like, but
man.
But yet I'm still standing behind it. This is what she's saying.
And why do we need to stand behind her now?
Well,
if it's between her and Mike.
Well, because
I love the question.
You all's progressive queen did not do the progressive work that the white woman was doing, living the value, right? Saying that, listen, people might have made a mistake. People might have done a bad thing at a moment in their life, and we don't throw them away.
What? First of all, family, let me just say this. Never has it been a rip to fucking have an adulteress read you.
We stand by.
And so, hold on just 1 second. And with that, congratulations, Kelly Brook, on that high road
You guys want to talk about
This
Kelly?
fire gonna burn
You want
the
to talk
rain,
about?
I'm telling
You
you.
want to? You want to talk about Kelly? And I'm just saying, if these numbers stand,
stay where they're at,
and if there's
Yeah,
a
she's in the
celebration
runoff.
about Kelly
These numbers
and Mike
gonna be like
Johnston,
the tree by the river for the water.
and Mike Johnston,
Is Kelly
talk
gonna be able
a
to
little
be-
bit about Kelly. Kelly.
They had a lot more libations than us. Clearly, we've had water. Is Kelly
And
going to
Jesus,
be?
all right, as we are in the Holy Week, right? Well, and on tomorrow is when they hug him high, they stretch the wide. Yes, and that man touched the water and turned it into wine.
So Kelly, are we as a community, people that don't know Kelly, that are not in the inside like you,
So-
are we better reach out to Kelly, reach into Kelly, get
Is water wet? Absolutely.
Fuck no.
Because you know
Fuck
what
no.
Medea-
Don't do
hold on,
it.
Medea
Don't
did
do it,
right?
black
And
people.
So since no,
Don't do it. One, it's
December,
never been a
we have been
rip
touring the city
for
going through
anybody to
coffees with
run
Kelly.
to govern
I have
us.
sat here on
It
this
is a
show
fucking
and told
adulteress, cuz.
everybody
That is a
that the
side
invite is
chick.
open for
That
people to
bitch is
come
a
to.
home
And
record
Kelly doesn't
for
dodge
us to
the
understand,
Right,
right?
we don't do the
Side
whole
chick.
screening shit of saying
Motherfuckers
well,
married.
If you
10 years
no, this
solid.
ain't gonna be right.
Bitch goosing on him.
We easy,
Side piece.
as y'all understand. We easy to find.
Side piece.
So easy. And Kelly became accessible to me not because my name is Median, not because
Nah, you ain't shit, Median. Who the fuck is you, cuz? Ain't nobody know who the fuck you was. Up until like fucking 2-3 months ago, when you started sitting next to the motherfucking illustrious motherfucking Jeff Hart. Stop the cap. Nobody know who the fuck you were.
She saw and engaged with everybody there. So I don't have names.
Bitch, you're also the same motherfuckers that it was not politics. Could not bring politics.
I was able to ask my question as she called
And the Murray, but then change up.
More questions because she let me know how this is how you act.
Set up. All you motherfuckers are tokenized.
No, this is not.
Yep.
It's
Fuck
not
this shit.
performative,
This ain't
it's
Sunday.
not fluff.
Team Paris
It is
ain't on
real.
sucker free
It is
shit.
very real.
Yeah,
She
we
did
ain't
this
suckers
early
over
on.
here.
She did
Because
not
this shit is
hesitate,
whack.
and I saw her
Whack,
do it with
whack, whack.
everybody else. Non-verbals, y'all. I've been talking
Not
about
verbals,
it.
cuz. Shut your
Non-verbals
motherfucking
matter.
mouth. How about
You
you
have
do
to
that?
pay attention. If somebody is trying to politrick you, get the fuck out the way.
That's what you signed up for.
ready
You
to have a
signed up
serious
for that.
conversation
See, black
with
people.
anybody that wants to be a
That's
leader
why
that
we
is
got
going to
you
be
now.
an
Cause
echo
that's
of
why
your
that.
voice.
See,
And
that's what happened at
I
home,
saw
right?
early on in Kelly that she was an echo. And even when I saw that,
Try
I
something,
stood out.
Jesse Smith.
Like, hold up. You're a white woman
I've already
running for
said
mayor.
all this.
Hold up.
I
Because
already
every
did
ounce of
this
my soul
earlier.
wanted it to be the black/black brown person that was
Black,
in the
brown,
race.
cuz.
And but you
you
don't
like
get into
Anderson
identity
Fuller?
politics. You have to be able to see yourself in the leader and the leadership style
You
that
on
she
mute?
had.
Why you
I
muted?
saw Kelly evolve through
Who are you talking to?
conversation. Like,
Called
hold up.
growth.
Yes.
We're on the middle of the show.
And that's
And there's a
leadership.
difference in that, right?
There's a huge difference.
There is. And I always tell people,
Huge
you're allowed to make a different decision later. There's things that I probably said 3 years ago that today I'm like, hell no, absolutely not, because it's called growth.
Right.
But I'm also
Nah,
going to
it's
dig
not
into those things. If I see them on
Yes.
paper, I'm going to ask questions. I'm not going to just take it, well, now this
Come
is
on.
what you stand
Ask
for.
her.
Yeah,
Ask her.
basically,
Because
that's
by
what y'all are doing.
definition, flip, flop. That means you can go back and forth. But when you see
That's what
someone
y'all
say,
do.
"Hey,
Y'all
I'm taking
do
a
flip
deeper
flop.
look,"
And
I'm
when is
having a
this
deeper
okay,
conversation,
black
and now I'm starting
family?
to see
All the way
perspective.
When is this
That
okay
is
not to
growth
be
and
on
that is
one
leadership.
thing?
So all
You
that
was
being
gonna
said,
change
at
up,
the end
you
of the
flip
day,
flopper,
when
and
you
that's
think
what
about
that's
how
what's
we
gonna
want
be a
to
rip
see
right
people
now.
lead, I've been saying it
That's the
also for a long
trend.
time. We
Oh, y'all are
change the mood.
sorry, cuz.
All these politics and all the shit doesn't have to be.
All
what
of
it
them
is,
are
y'all.
sorry.
We can hold people
Brandy's
accountable.
saying
We
it.
can
You're
ask questions.
sorry.
We can dig in.
Oh,
We can bring our
fucking
lived
sorry.
experience to their lived experience.
I hate
And
followers,
that's
man.
how
They
we
ain't
start to
looking
see
at think for
differences and
themselves.
changes and shifts in the way that we see leaders. And leaders are ready and willing to shift
Yeah, I must be
because they
far away,
understand the
man.
times and they see what they need to.
And you know, the comeback kid at 10 o'clock, they will have them up, and that's in a few minutes. What is your biggest surprise of the night?
And I guess she would most likely get my vote, but I
Sandy with her
certainly would.
So
The closest to that might have been Dr. Calderon.
but that hasn't been the resonating sound. And we know a lot of women are going to vote with their men. The men usually, run a lot of the bills and how things are done. And, I know in my household, when we talk about things, he's like, we got to vote where our money's at. And our money probably ain't what the people you talking about.
Oh.
And so, we have very different views. And so when I think about that type of conversation, I have my own household,
where our money's at.
I can see the results and how they're showing up. You vote normally with your man and you vote with your money. And when you start to do that, different people come into play, especially when you don't have a woman saying, I am your candidate and this is why. And let me tell you, the last time we had a woman in office, there hasn't been one in this position. And let me tell you why. And I think that there should have been more of that because I feel like we need that as women. We need someone that really is speaking to us. And that maybe didn't happen. Like,
do these numbers say what I've been saying all along?
Leah rolled her eyes like,
I think that Lisa and Leslie are going to split the vote, and that's why I was calling folks. That's why I was saying I'm voting for Lisa Harris. I was saying Lisa Harris, and Lisa Harris, and if you look at these numbers, you're in these 20s over here with Mike and then Kelly. And then if you combine Lisa and Leslie, that's going to put you in those 20s as well.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say, or is that just making something up, that there was some wrangling between these two, and it looks like Dr. Lisa Calderon came out on top of that wrangling?
Right.
I'm surprised with all of the movement that I was seeing with Leslie. Representative Harrod, I thought a better showing in that as well. Are you surprised at her numbers?
I'm absolutely surprised at her numbers. I thought there would be I thought she would have come at the top three, literally top three, and maybe a slight little thing in between her and the third person, but not like we're seeing today. Did not expect this, but I've always said that unfortunately a lot of times we play skin politics, right? We don't know, we're not sure, especially how these things kind of rolled out. I literally sat with two people in a household and they were like, I'm voting for Lisa. Another one said, I'm voting for Leslie. I was like, well, let's just count each other's votes out. Sounds like a great idea. But they were like, neither one. They were like, I got a lot of fires from both of them. And both of these women seem like they, know what they're doing. Both of these women are qualified. They didn't know how to choose between the two. And so one voted for one and the other one voted for the other one. So I feel like that didn't just happen in that one household. That happened a lot across the board.
I'm going to say something that's pretty unpopular because although I do play identity politics when I vote or for other reasons,
when you got a motherfucking entity, they share funds and money back and
gender
forth.
Lines,
really
and that's just me personally. I mean, I think
when you got a bitch that owes mad money, and she gets slapped on the wrist. We're talking about upwards of $1,000
in terms of
a woman's
involvement in maintaining and keeping the status quo with respect to systemic racism.
For the sexuality before being black, we gotta really look at that.
Yeah.
Because
that's not a tangible thing I want to put my vote into.
I think, unfortunately, I think white woman.
Right.
Okay.
And so when I'm not going to vote for a candidate just because she's a woman necessarily. Now, if I'm voting for Lisa or Leslie, I'm playing the identity politics and I'm voting because of the ethnicity, not because of the gender.
Right. Absolutely.
I think with respect to Kelly, this really is going to be very interesting if we can just kind of go back to the conversation about endorsements. It's going to be really hard because I don't know where to go from here because I'm not a fan of either of those two candidates. And so it's going to be kind of rough for people to decide, where do we go from here?
How much undervoting is going to really happen now at this point?
Yeah.
But that's your fault. That's all your fault.
So you're saying one
don't want
and
to hear
two
it. Team parents don't want to hear it.
Johnston, if one and two
are
Johnston and Brough, you don't know what you'll do.
Yeah,
we don't want to hear it.
I do realize, and I know
that we be the voice for fucking right reason.
Speaking to Kelly,
we don't want to hear it.
And
we
I said
should not want to hear it.
My experience with speaking to Kelly, I don't need to go through that again.
This is already ugly.
She is articulate, and I guess she would most likely get my vote.
Just laughing all night by herself.
I certainly would not be voting for her.
Right now,
because she's
probably
a
not.
woman.
Right now, Jesse don't look like he's
and
laughing.
definitely because
But
she
I'm gonna
is
laugh
a
in your
white
motherfucking
woman,
face.
is the reason why
Goddamn right.
I would not, under any circumstance,
Goddamn right. And I
forgive
stand on
her
everything I fucking say.
that woman vote.
That is some bullshit.
But
this is
that's
what we're
just me.
doing.
I mean,
No, and I think you're a lot of people though.
That.
I think a lot of people that I have spoken to are on that same train. They're like, "What is this white woman?" You know, that's just your initial thought, right? And then it's like the white man. Well, what has he ever done for the black community? So he's obsolete out of my even thought process. It's a hard one when you get down to these.
This conversation is going to be great over the next 2 months.
I think that's true.
This runoff between whatever is going to happen, and we're just looking at these. Remember, it's still early. It's only we're just talking about 8:30 numbers.
Well,
but with what's out there, you know, these are the walk-up. These votes, in my opinion, are the black and brown votes.
You know,
and a lot of whites as well. But I'm talking about those late voters that just voted and just showed up, and
those numbers are coming. Those
are going to be. I think they're going to lean heavily toward.
What?
Hey, greetings, Shabaka.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you sound exhausted, man.
I do. I'm actually sick. I can barely talk, but they went with
What's
the white.
matter?
My chest hurts really bad. I feel like I have pneumonia or something.
I think you got COVID.
Okay, wait a minute. What's your temperature? Hey, seduction doll.
Hey, how you doing? Old criminal right here. How you doing?
I might have a little bit of a fever. I can't really tell.
Take a COVID test. Call it good.
Okay, man. Go get that Simply Limeade, man.
Yeah, I've been
some
drinking.
Alka-Seltzer.
I've been drinking that stuff the past 2 days.
Okay. Alrighty. Do you think you need to get a COVID test?
I already have COVID tests.
Okay, and it came back negative.
I need to take one. I don't feel like I have COVID.
I think you should take one because you've been outside and you live in that building.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I have COVID.
We don't know. Maybe we had the special variant. Remember?
We had COVID twice though. Like I would think I would know now what the symptoms are.
Just check, man. You don't know. Remember, I thought I just had a cold. Remember?
It feels like pneumonia.
Look. I think Justin won. Look, check it out. Okay, wait.
He didn't win. He didn't get more than 50%.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, Jesse. Hold on.
Wow.
He didn't
thank
win.
you all so much for being here.
It's just late.
Denver
He
chose
didn't win. It's going to a runoff. It's going to be a runoff between him
change
and Kelly Bruff.
Denver declared that they believe in bold ideas.
This is motherfucker been pimping out the black community, family.
And tonight the work just
Man, you need to have the Federal Elections Commission investigate this shit.
Hold on, it's already been. So this whole election's being ended. That's illegitimate.
And to Ava and Emmett and Seamus, Courtney has been an amazing partner on our whole journey from teaching together in Mississippi to social work in our early days in Denver to fighting to provide justice to every kid in every community. It has been a total honor and pleasure to be on this journey with you every day.
I was just like,
and I am gonna share an announcement. I can share our big announcement. No, we're not having another child. That is not the announcement. But the announcement is Courtney is going to be on Jeopardy this month, which is amazing. For all of those of you who have always quietly said behind my back, Courtney's the smarter one. You can now say it in the open because it's quite public, so there is no surprise. So that was a little bit of good news from our family. I also
we like Jeopardy.
Want to say tonight that we were blessed to have an incredible field of candidates in this race. Not just an incredible group of people, but also an incredible group of ideas. And I think one of the things that I was humbled by was how much I learned from them, how much I was inspired by them, and how much I believe that we can take all of the good
So what you mean you stealing ideas?
Yeah. People would say, gosh, I wish we could just push all of you into one candidate and push you forward. Or I wish you could just take all of the ideas on this.
And you did. You had that right here.
that is
Remember
exactly
Jeff-
what we hope to do.
Remember
Which is
Jeff
our
was
belief
saying
is
that same
the city is
shit?
always better by the more good ideas you put in
Yeah.
the room. And so I am really grateful not just to the candidates that ran in this race, but to the ideas that they brought to this race. And I am excited to making sure we can help bring their ideas for Denver to reality at the same time we try to bring our ideas for Denver.
All right, now, if I may ask, what is this asshole going to do about murderous police in Denver?
Not
a damn thing.
Not nothing. He's with it. They're all with the. They're all.
They're all
on the alignment.
Denver
They're all in alignment. I was the only candidate that said I would defund, punish, and abolish police.
Right.
We're always saying we would create a fucking crime bill right now.
Less expensive. How we can be able to bring manufacturing housing to the city that drives down costs and increases density.
I don't want to put that, man. I don't know. Part of me wants to.
The only thing.
Deep commitment to make Denver the greenest city. To make ourselves a standout on climate, something we want to continue to do. And I think about Ian Thomas Tafoya's passionate defense of the idea that yes,
And I can see all these sons of bitches from Silicon Valley coming at him with bribe shit.
They already get that. That's where all them independent spinachers came from.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Roberts, I had the chance to work with for a long time. Has continued to push into the forefront in this campaign the importance of youth violence and how much we have to focus on how we can turn the tide on what is an increasing epidemic in the city.
Has this dude mentioned you?
And
no, he ain't gonna mention me. It'll shock the hell out of me if he does.
It's been a great example for how do we think about ways that we include all of the communities who are most disturbed by the current status quo to be involved in developing of our policy and the implementing of that policy. Those are all thought leaders who have given their lives to this city. We want to make sure their ideas help build the next generation of this city. I'll close with one a story from when I was a principal, which reminds me of where we find ourselves tonight, which is one of the schools I ran served all kids who lived in out-of-state custody, and they had very, very difficult lives and difficult challenges. And I remember there was one young woman that I was particularly struggling with, and I'll call her Tarsha. It's not her real name. And there was a psychiatrist who helped oversee the program, and I said, I just don't know what to do with Tarsha. Like, what can I do? And she said, why don't you come tomorrow and sit in with me on my session with Tarsha and listen? I said, okay. She said, there are two things you should know before you come to that session. There's one, Tarsha's probably struggling because she hasn't seen her mom in more than 5 years. She's going to see her for the first time this week. The second is the reason she hasn't seen her mom for more than 5 years is when she was young, her mom was an addict. And when she was an addict, she made some terrible choices, including prostituting Tarsha when she was a young girl. And it wasn't until
you gotta tell the worst story, right?
Facts that they saved her, and she hasn't seen her mom since that day. Okay. So I go to this meeting and I sit there, and this amazing woman, 75-year-old Holocaust survivor psychiatrist, is speaking to Tarsha. Tarsha's just running.
Yeah, let's throw that in there too, right? These motherfuckers is trips. They're like,
Tarsha, I want you to know two things. The first is I want you to know you are never going to have a healthy relationship with your mom. And when she says that, Tarsha just explodes. She starts yelling and throwing stuff on the floor, and she just goes off for 2 or 3 minutes until she finally kind of collapses onto a heap on the couch, sobbing.
Right.
And as she's there sobbing, and says, but there is a second thing I want you to know, which is if you make it through this meeting with your mom, you could someday have a healthy relationship with your own kids and your own family.
What is this dude's educational background?
I don't know. He's probably real educated.
He's real educated.
When I think about things, I think about how, man, I think about white people.
I mean, did this dude, did he attend a bona fide college, or did he get his degree out of a Cracker Jack box?
Why did you say that? Like, why did you tell
you know, when you're white, you don't really have to be that
she
bright.
Might see your mom and they give her a big hug and all's forgiven and they move on.
Able to.
This whole little story is lined with all sorts of racist tropes.
There are only two things.
I think he went to CSU or CU Boulder.
Colorado. Wait a minute. So CSU would be Colorado State University.
But if you don't give her some sense of hope,
okay,
she doesn't have a reason to get up and go look.
But don't quote me on that. I'm trying to look up his bio right
I
now.
thought of that story when we started this campaign because the reality is Denver has some hard truths to face. We know those truths. Those truths include the fact that this year we will bury 2 kids from East High School in funeral robes instead of watching them put on graduation robes and walk across the stage. We know the truth that we'll have thousands more kids who will be nervous to go back into the building where they should feel the safest. That's a hard truth.
You got a whole Wikipedia article
We know the
about
truth is that the teachers that helped protect those kids on that day that they were
from
terrified,
Bale.
just like the nurses who care for our families when they are in their moments of greatest risk, or the firefighters who you
went to Harvard. He went to Harvard.
He went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard University.
He went to Harvard and then Yale.
This city that they love and serve has not
Okay, so
loved
he's
them
an
back
Ivy
enough to say,
Leaguer.
we want to make sure
Yeah.
it's a place for you.
No wonder that bastard ran. Oh, boy.
And there is
Okay.
a hard truth that tonight we know when we leave and go back to our own homes, there
And he
will
was a
be
senator.
1,400 people
He
walking
was a
around
senator for like.
You already said,
in
listen,
the neighborhoods trying to find a sidewalk to sleep on or a park. to sleep
1,500
in.
people right now walking around the streets, so he said.
Those are hard truths.
They all keep running with that same narrative.
Oh, you were outside because 1,500 people, like I said.
A lot of people, but not that many people.
And we know
Realistically, it was like what I said, right?
to say we refuse to give up.
Yeah, because they can lock them all up.
We actually believe you double
Yeah, but
down.
realistically, it's like what I said, right?
I didn't walk all the way through downtown, so I don't know.
Where did you get off the bus and where was the thing at? Because, like, you seen how many there was. I could tell how many it was.
I was literally on 21st and
Chapter are
Temple.
we going to write about what this city?
That's where I was at. 21st and Temple, 21st and Scout, 21st,
One in which we can say with pride.
19th,
This is a
20th,
city that
and
houses all of
Right.
us.
So you saw how many people were actually out there, right?
Protects all of us.
it wasn't no 1,500 people.
No, it was probably under 100, right?
But he's saying
No, no.
And I will say,
I'm just saying what you saw.
Yeah, what
Under
I,
100, right?
because we have
yeah,
the
but what I
history
saw is
grounded in
not
that hope to say
what is
we have
out
to
there.
But that's
solve
not the
problems before
point.
we
The
can
point
solve
is,
them.
that's
So
not
we're
the
building
point.
the
You're missing the
coalition to be able
boat,
to
cuz.
He's
pass
talking
the
about
point is, when
in
we went to
all Denver,
every family in the
not just
state to be able to
Oh
downtown.
my God, you missed the boat, cuz. You missed the boat. You're missing the boat. The boat's leaving. You're not
And
missing
knowing that now we can carry that on by making sure that childcare is going to be
See, that's the
accessible
problem
and
with their.
affordable
They
to
don't want
every
to listen to
working
what I'm
family in
saying.
Denver
Because
going
Because it
forward.
doesn't make any
That's what
sense.
we have to get done
situation,
next.
you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. So it's okay. Just carry. I didn't want
It
to.
was taking on the NRA when we knew that gun safety was a crisis and no one believed we
You
could
didn't-
keep
you
the
obviously
NRA, and
missed
we
the
did,
boat
and
like
we
everybody
passed
else did.
Universal background checks, and we passed high capacity magazine bans to keep communities safe.
Motherfucker, you background
And
Wait,
we
wait,
know
wait,
now
wait,
we can do that again by making sure that we are going to keep our kids safe every day when they go to school. And that means increasing the age to buy a gun
And
from
every
18 to
black
21.
man and woman and
It
child
means
need to be on the
adding
pistol
mandatory wait
range.
periods. It
Man,
means
really, real
expanding
shit,
the red
real
flag
shit,
laws
bro.
so that teachers and social workers
No,
who
no,
know
no. I'm
young people
dead
the
fucking
best will be the
serious.
ones
Is
who
because
know
that's
the
one of the things that we spoke about on the show tonight. And
That's
and by the way, we had a good show tonight.
And it means the
And
way
if you guys can
when we
catch
came together and
the
said after
playback, it's
murder
a
of
good
George
one.
Floyd that there are certain
Yeah,
facilities in this country
I
that
talked
don't
to him
get
briefly.
And one of
See
them
if
is
that
the
was still on.
road gaps that have gotten so big that we know right
You're not
now.
lying about
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
'cause-
like, it's about to get real stupid out there. Like, and
Oh, yeah,
I recommend brothers and sisters
because we know those
really
families
get
have only access
get your fucking ass out on the court.
And
Fucking
when you
start
buy a home and you
purchasing
own a home, you
shooting.
can pass
Go
on
get
that
your.
wealth to your kids.
You better start
And
like
when you
you know
live in a country that
up
for 400 years has denied you the ability
you
to
know
build that wealth
yes, the
or to
beg
pass
beg
on that
whatever.
wealth, it shouldn't be
Whatever
a
you gotta
surprise
do,
when you show up
stocking
trying to
up
get a mortgage
and
and
make
you don't
sure
have
the fucking
$50,000
kids of
in your
yours
pocket to pay a down payment.
is thoroughly aware.
That was why.
Whatever you got to teach them your own
That
personal
was why we
belief
launched the
on
Deerfield
how to
Fund
protect
to
themselves
provide
with it,
down payment
but to
assistance to
know
families
No,
that
who
you didn't stay
you're
in the
absolutely correct.
and the income to buy a home
And
when they
and
didn't
that
have
there
a
should be
down
what
payment.
our young people
What we can
should
do
be
now is
doing right
expand
now,
that program
starting as
citywide
young
so
as
that
the
all
age of
families,
5.
first generation, first time home buyers.
Okay.
I have
Hey,
friends,
to
whole
get
families
them,
that their children know how to take it
yeah.
apart, clean it, put it back together. They know the rules, they tell you
All
about
that.
it,
Yeah,
all that.
I do
All
too.
that.
People said there's never been
And plus physical training as well too.
Yep, hand to hand combat. We get on our pivot and our fucking
Because your generation is going to be faced with this pretty rapidly. You know what I'm saying? Is because
passed Proposition 123 to
It's
put
because what's
$300
happening
billion
is
a
this is
year
why
into
we did the
affordable
show
housing and
tonight.
homelessness.
Called
And what
the
we can do
Dump.
now,
Tonight's show
is
was the
use those
Dump
dollars to make sure we
DeSantis and
deliver
America.
25,000 permanently affordable units so that the teachers and the nurses and the firefighters who are serving this city and love this city so much know that they are going to live in a city that loves them back to make sure they can live here.
This dude is full of shit.
Yep.
And that is why we're in this.
Straight up, Chicago.
And tonight is not.
Okay, did he win the mayorship for
No.
downright or
No.
What we know is that
so they forcing a
all the people
runoff?
that supported us
Yes.
tonight, we are so grateful for your building this coalition to show this.
I just don't understand why you're giving a speech right
all
now.
the folks that were too busy to have a chance to
Why
vote
is that,
tonight or support
Jesse?
another candidate. We
Because he's campaigning for the runoff is what he's doing,
That's
Lady
exactly
Check.
Oh.
And then and I'm seeing through this asshole right here. He's full of shit more so than a Christmas turkey.
Yeah, you tell he's lying.
I wouldn't get his bastard a cup of piss if he was in a desert dying of thirst.
But that motherfucker has been all over the black community like a motherfucker for decades, almost decades.
We will spend tonight celebrating this first step of success.
I mean, you know, it's a bad sign when you share the fucking office with Terrence Roberts.
Right.
I was just saying. Somebody gotta say it. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Not
That's
sorry.
why he mentioned him in his speech.
Wow. Thank you all so much for being here.
Like you another thieving ass individual.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where we're at.
He's probably
by the way.
He's probably crying himself to sleep right now. Save our city. Save our city.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we crumb bombed on the Dump real good tonight and DeSantis.
Yeah.
Okay, we had Sarge on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, then Dynamite came on there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's that.
Yeah, I got like the last.
Changes in the air.
I got like the last
After
2-3 minutes of it.
voters will decide who will take over the reins of the city. A diverse
And
list
then,
of more than a dozen hopefuls
let's see.
fighting to become the next Denver mayor.
And I had to meet Sarge out a couple of times because you know Sarge, he goes on his tirades, you know. And then the Minister of Justice, Dr. Bay, came on there. She's out of Los Angeles as well too. And then we had a white woman
special election edition of Denver
out of Los Angeles who's against the
Denver, among several
reparations
important races,
that you.
fighting will be the city's
Okay, wait a minute.
A new round of results are due
How the hell does she?
down at any moment now, with no one candidate receiving 50%.
A white lady called in?
Denver is headed for a runoff.
Pause it right there.
Remains in the lead to a 25%.
Pause it right there.
Yeah, because she's.
Hold on, Jesse. Jeez, I can't run 5 screens at once. Woo,
Okay,
shit.
so this woman had called in based on the area code, like out of she was out of Southern California, but I had informed. Oh, and Brother Isaiah called in.
Yeah, I seen Brother Isaiah was on the line.
Yeah, and what had happened was is that the white woman is gonna say, oh well, you know, California wasn't a slave state, blah 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 blah. I says, okay, well, first place, ma'am, you got to look at 4 law enforcement agencies in the state of California.
She called it your
San Francisco Police Department. Yeah, the Oakland Police Department, the San Diego Police Department, and of course I left the lapdogs for last. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got into this big whole debate about the Rodney King case. Okay. And I had informed her that she had to agree with is that when LAPD jumped on Rodney King and Coon kept hitting him with that taser and yanking the prongs out and reloading the taser and hitting him again. Okay, that there was against the law right there because only medical personnel is supposed to remove those taser prongs.
Right.
Also, too, is that they struck this man 52 times. Okay, see, this was not trying to make an arrest. Okay, you did this here to brutalize this man, is what you did. And then you also got to look at the Oakland Police Department that had a history of doing such shit. And this is why a certain dude who was about 25 years old at the time, who was a law
Johnson won in
student.
Chicago.
99% of the precincts reported.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
going to Brandon
yeah, I saw that earlier
He will
this
become the
evening.
next mayor of Chicago. Paul Dallas gave his concession speech. We carried
I'm
that
glad
And he ain't
on
gonna
on
do shit.
Dallas was backed by the
and we have
fucking
been
police.
reacting to that for many a
Yeah,
surprise.
What'd you say,
yeah.
Jesse? I couldn't.
Well, you know,
Close the race
I
was.
said I'm glad Dallas lost. Dallas was backed by the
right.
police.
And you know, Sarge, you know, who used to be a police officer in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so Dr. Bay had his ass for lunch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Dr.
Yeah, they were
Truth
going
Bay.
at it when I called in. I was like, damn, there's only
Oh
3
yeah. And then Dynamite was in there. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, it was
then the
about
woman
5, 6,
from
6, 7 people in there.
yeah, Brother Isaiah was in there because I had mentioned Biddy Mason, that Brother Isaiah had brought to my attention, who was a slave in Texas.
The two of them are poised to head
Yeah.
to the runoff in June.
We can't hear the
Marshall
video.
Sellinger
Shabaka's
is out
talking.
at the Mike Johnson party.
Okay, what were you saying, Shabaka?
Oh yeah, okay. So we mentioned Biddy Mason, who was a slave out of Texas, whose slave owner took her there up to Hangtown, Placerville.
Yeah,
Okay,
Placerville.
it's because that's right, because that there's where the hanging judge was, and that there's on a gold mine trail of Highway 49, and that there's not too far from Sutter's Mill, where the gold was discovered at. Okay, so white slave traders in search of gold after the California Gold Rush in 1849, slavery was still the law of the land. Okay, so slaves were property. So wherever would a slave master said that you going, that's where you was going. Okay, and so she was in there mining gold herself, unaware of the fact that once she had crossed into California, is that she was free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then the slave master, had got wind that California is
It
not
was
a
a free
slave state,
territory. Yeah.
was a free territory, and then so he was trying to get her up out of there. And then as they was traveling through Los Angeles County, the LA County Sheriff had informed her at the time that, ma'am, that you are free here. California does not have slaves here. Okay, so she had left the slave master, and I guess the slave master had went on back down there to Texas. And as Brother Isaiah had pointed out, and I gave him credit for it when he called in, is that she started a business down in downtown Los Angeles on
Yeah.
2nd Street. Now, that area down there off of 2nd Street, all that is posh office buildings now. Okay. And then of course, with our unhoused neighbors there, okay, is what's happening is that the city of LA is moving them further and further east into the LA River, which is the California Aqueduct, which is the world's largest sewer, in my opinion, because the wastewater that comes through there is off the farmlands up out of San Joaquin County and in the San Joaquin Valley. So as they're going to have the tents moved there or the homeless encampments go there, we all know what's going to happen. And I sent you a video, Brother Che, a few weeks back of the LA River with the storm drainage.
Yeah.
That's what will happen, is that they're going to send them out there. Then the weather's going to get bad, and then all that water's going to come crashing down, man. It's going to take them right straight through Long Beach out there into the Pacific Ocean. Because every year when they have major rain in California, they are always having the LA County Fire Department going out there doing a rescue of somebody that got trapped in that water. And there was one poor soul one year, is that they got caught up in it. And so generally what the fire department would do is that they would try to go as far as ahead as they can in the river as it's flowing into the Pacific out there by Long Beach. and they try to put a net down there or something for the individual to grab onto if he can do it, and then they'll pull him up. You see, and quite a few people, man, had went out, to see just like that. This one dude they tried to get, man, he was so fucked up, is that they put the thing down there for him to grab it, and he grabbed it, and his damn pants fell off, and the dude fell back in the water. See, so when he fell back in the water, they had to go a few more miles down the river path and tried to get him again, and I think they eventually got him. Well, what will happen is that Mayor Bass is going to allow, well, she ain't got no power anyway. She's just a figurehead. Well, the various city commissions, the sanitation commission, the police commission, let's see, public works commission, they are going to go up there, tear down the homeless camps. Then they're going to allow them indirectly to build their camps up there on the LA River, which so many of them have done before. Then when the next rainstorm comes, it's just going to wipe them out. And then when attention, in my opinion, is brought to this, then that's, in my opinion, Brother Paris, is when they're going to start sending them out there to the deserts in San Bernardino County and shut the water off. That's my theory.
Yeah.
Because this
How is
desert
this
is getting ready to
disrespectful?
get hot.
Bracken, please explain this to me. How is this disrespectful? If a lady, if somebody says so and so is pregnant, and you ask who's the daddy, how is that disrespectful?
I don't think it's disrespectful, because the woman did not get pregnant by herself.
These mothers told me I was being disrespectful.
Why? What did you do that was disrespectful?
Who said that, cuz?
Fucking
Was
Andrea.
actually
About what?
Fucking Candy being pregnant. Candy's pregnant.
So what?
God.
Oh, you thought she was gay?
Yeah.
Oh, knew she had a lover?
And I said, who's the daddy? And they told me I was being disrespectful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, considering she was with a broad the whole time, how is that disrespectful? That's just a realistic question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you typing on your own shit? Do you need micromanage, Jesse? You need attention? Do you need attention, cuz? Get offline.
It really don't matter at this point. That was earlier. You're late to the party.
Jesse. As I said, you need a break. We need a break. Let's just get off the internet for a little bit. Before we can't be on the internet no more. Somebody say, nah, we're gonna chew up out of here. You don't know how to behave yourself.
well,
she like dick
we're
apparently.
being shadow banned. As
Oh,
you
no.
say, Lady Che,
Well, I think it's a brat type situation, but
Well, did you spend that election fund money on that? Another question we will never know. One will never know. Yeah. Remember that Tootsie Pop commercial, Shabaka?
Yeah.
The world may never know. If you spend that for election money, the world may never know.
But I commend Brother Paris on his dedication of what he did. I commend him on the position that he took of Black First, is because with my 50 plus years of being on this planet, I never heard any candidate say that before, rather at the municipal level, at the state level, or at the federal level. I've never heard no political candidate make the unprecedented statement of his people first.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why there's nothing wrong with that. It's because when you look down through the political spectrum at the municipal levels, the state level, or even the federal level for that matter, is that these individuals are always going to take care of their people first. So how come the Black man can't do that with his people?
Yeah, exactly, Sabaka. Why can't we do it?
Yeah, right. And keep in mind, we pay goddamn taxes. We pay too many taxes to these no good bastards. How come we can't use some of that money to take care of ourselves? Just like as we stated on Shabbat Black Experience Enhanced, the whole U.S. economy benefited from the slave trade here in the United States. It contributed greatly to the gross national. Hell yeah, and then the gross national product of what the slave trade contributed to. Now, what is a gross national product? A gross national product is the total amount of money that is spent on goods and services for a particular period of time in a certain spectrum, rather if it's for the nation, rather if it's for the state, rather if it's for the county, rather if it's for the city, or rather if it's just for a neighborhood, or rather if it's just for a household. Example, you have four individuals living in a household, okay? Individual one makes $200 a month. Individual two makes $300 a month. And then three and four, they do the same thing. So therefore, that's $1,000 right there of a gross national product. Okay, so therefore they decide to spend the money amongst themselves. Well, the resident one has got this for sale. Resident two has got that for sale. Resident three's got that for sale. Resident four's got that for sale. So therefore, you total up all that money that was spent on those goods and services. Okay, they do as they say on a national basis, but you could do it in a household, you could do it in a neighborhood, you could do it in a state. Okay, now when this individual who appeared on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced this evening says, well, California was not a state of slavery and this, that, there, the other. Well, how are they going to pay the reparations? That's going to up my taxes. No, fuck that. What you do is that you go see them sons of bitches by the name of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Fuckenberg, and you go get off in their pocket. Those are trillionaires. See, that's one source of income for the reparations, because they shadow ban us, they disrespect us. When we go up there and tell the truth about the brutalization of it, they get upset. Oh, and by the way, you guys are gonna love this one. You're gonna love this. Okay, you saw the notices I've been putting out for the last couple of days, right? For the podcast for this evening. That's about this Black Experience Enhanced, which is a part of Front Line Blacc News. They're going to tell me in the group called Pan African Economics and Politics, where I'm the founder and developer of that group about 8 years ago, right? They're going to send me a restriction warning saying that I am spamming this group. How in the hell am I spamming a group that I created?
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
No, that's hypocrisy to the utmost. So therefore, for all you fucks over there in Silicon Valley, that proves our premise even more, that you are shadow banning us and like-minded individuals as us, meaning black folk who have black agendas. But shitheads like Jeff Fart and other coon-ass motherfuckers out there with that all-inclusive bullshit. Oh, you'll let that garbage go. But as soon as we talk about doing something for ourselves and upgrading the quality of our lives and being self-sufficient, now all of a sudden you're scared. You're worried. Just like when the women's basketball team of Louisiana State University smashed the favorites, who was Lily White. Now you want to crumb bomb on them, calling them women racist and all this old type of shit. And old still Jill Biden, okay, is going to invite the losing team to the White House. The losing team. With this March Madness bullshit. See, in other words, they don't want us to do nothing. They don't want us to be productive or positive or nothing. All they want us to do is go out here and kill each other, sell each other drugs, death and destruction they want on us. And you motherfuckers honestly believe that we supposed to sit there and love you? You got me fucked up. And I'll be goddamn if I'm gonna sit up there and tell the generations after me that you fools with all this fuckery and lies and gay ass agendas calling this shit progress. No, this countermands our progress. Yes.
I just seen some shit yesterday where they had LGBTQ 2 plus.
2 plus.
Yeah, so I was like, what the hell is the 2? And it was like, oh, it's 2 spirit, meaning you and you have both genders. I'm like, is that hermaphrodite? Is that androgynous? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it says 2 and then plus, meaning there's more than 2.
Man.
Yeah, I can show you. If I can zoom it in.
Oh yeah. Oh, I believe you. So now they're gonna say there's 3 and 4 sexes, right? Yeah. What is that there?
You see the screen?
Yeah, but you have to enlarge it because you got the main screen right there. All of LGBTQ. Okay, that's what I see. Okay, lower your phone a little bit so I can see what's at the top. Okay, mine's sad or hopeless. All LGBT. So this motherfucker saying is there's 3 and 4 sexes now.
Or orientations, or I don't know what the hell. This is more confusion on top of more.
Well, that sounds. Yeah, that sounds like once again in California with they shit there where Gavin Newsom had signed in a law there that when a baby is born, a newborn, they don't have to put the sex of the baby on the birth certificate.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we touched on that back at the Mile High News. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's insanity. And then also too that the story I did bring to the attention of Mile High News, where it says that a pedophile can go molest a child as long as the child is no younger than 10 years older than him. So which means is that you're saying is that you could say a 21-year-old pedophile
with an 11-year-old
go out here can go violate an 11-year-old child, and he ain't no pedophile. And as I said before on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, I'm going to say it here on Front Line Blacc News. I would say it on CBS News. I will say it at NBC News. I will say it to the news in the goddamn city of Sacramento. The fucking governor belongs in jail for child endangerment. The assholes who voted for that shit in the California state legislature need to go on a chain gang as well, too, if you know what I mean, to the bus in handcuffs. And the son of a bitch who introduced it into the state legislature needs to go right straight to the fucking state penitentiary for child endangerment. That's exactly what that shit is. Okay, so
child
California is gonna
child abuse.
All that, Brother Paris. And then then they need to introduce a legislation is that 11-year-old children can go to the pistol range and carry firearms to protect themselves with proper instruction from their parents, of course.
Right.
I mean, that is some insane shit.
All right, let's let Chetty play this video because she's been dying to play it.
All right.
Go ahead, Lady Che.
With, hey, look, it's Mike Johnston.
Who knew? I'd find Mike Johnston at his own watch party, still in first after a very tepid second update of the numbers, only 2,500 extra votes. Do you have any doubt, based on your speech, that you're going to be part of a runoff?
We're confident we're going to be in the runoff. High school math comes back into play here on the percentage of votes that are left and where we are. And so we're confident we'll be in the runoff and very excited to start that conversation with voters around the city. But of course, we'll keep watching the results the rest of the night.
Now, our viewers didn't hear your speech, but at the beginning of your speech, you name dropped other candidates. You talked about homelessness plans from Leslie Herod and Debbie Ortega, green initiatives from Chris Hansen, your connection with Terrence Roberts and social justice issues, and Ian Tafoya on environmental issues. You need their voters to win a runoff. Was that trying to get their supporters to come to your side?
No, for me, it's about, I put my life and soul into this for 4 months, and as does my entire staff. They've done the same thing. And these are smart, capable people who have built their own big vision for what the city of Denver can be. And no one of us has it perfect. All of us have captured different parts of what I think this city can be. And they brought really great ideas and I think real vision and passion to the table. And I want this Denver to be big enough for all of our ideas. And so my hope is to say we don't lose those ideas because some of the candidates aren't in this race. We actually try to carry those ideas forward and build a better Denver with them.
Man,
there was a somber moment when you mentioned East High School and the shootings there.
Hollywood.
Has your position changed? You wanted school resource officers if the school board wanted it. Has your position changed at all in the last week or two on how you would address school safety at Denver Public Schools, which you have no power over?
Yeah, no, my position was always that I thought that school principals and school communities ought to be able to decide that if a school principal wants a school resource officer, they ought to be able to do that. We know after East High School, though, that community of parents and kids and teachers and school leaders have been saying, we want that as part of our safety plan. And I think that they should be allowed to do that if they want to. So I was glad that the school board changed course and allowed those schools to have them back. We know there's a lot more work to do that includes things like gun safety policy, includes more support for mental health, it includes wraparound services for kids and families. That's not the only solution, but for communities who are saying we want this to feel safe sending our kids back to school tomorrow, I think they deserve to have that right.
What if those school resource officers aren't there next year?
Well, I think that's something that we ought to talk about. I think if the families continue to believe they need it, then as mayor, I would continue to figure out how to make that work.
One last question, money. If it is you and it is Kelly Brough, there's outside money that is poured in, and you've had national outside money. Why should a voter appreciate people who don't live in Colorado pouring $1 million plus, $2 million into your campaign or into a third party that then supports your campaign?
Yeah, I've had the chance to build coalitions on really big ideas over the last 20 years. I've built things like when we passed universal preschool, or when we took on the NRA and beat them on gun safety, or when we passed the Dreamers to get access to college. Those are all big ideas that haven't been done in other states before. People are looking for where are there leaders that can take on the country's hardest problems and make progress on them. I've done that over and over and over again, and I built coalitions with people locally and nationally who want to see that done. We have real things we want to deliver for Denver. I believe we can make Denver the first big city to end chronic unsheltered homelessness.
Hey, I just want y'all to know, Denver.
They'd love to see us that they can do it. For me, I'm honored by the fact that people believe Denver can be that city and that I can be that leader.
Mike Johnson in first place after the 8:30 numbers. There'll be more numbers tonight, more numbers tomorrow. Thanks for taking the time as your number one.
Here you go, white boy. You take all this motherfucking money.
Mike Johnson and Kelly Brough in a runoff, but we'll update those numbers. As we get them at 10 o'clock, there'll be a change. We'll see if it's more than 25.
Hey, y'all allowed it.
As we saw at 8:30.
Yeah, no doubt. Very exciting night for Mike Johnson, his supporters here in Denver, and some very, very rich students in Silicon Valley who love them some
And
Mike
you allowed
Johnson.
yourself to
All right,
get
Marshall
bent
Zeller,
over and
thank you very much.
And no lube, no love, not a piece of steak, not even a kiss on the face. Ugh. Wait till I drop the hottest shit ever. The hottest line about this whole Mike Johnson thing. You really not gonna like me after that. You might as well just call me the motherfucking black villain right here. That Woody. Hey, you remember Woody Woodpecker? Remember Woody Woodpecker? That was the Woody Woodpecker laugh right there. It was like I did it the first time. I can't do it. I gotta relax. I was like, I gotta do it naturally. I gotta do it naturally. Yeah.
You're taking me back to my childhood.
Woody Woodpecker was my shit. I was like, I grew up all the good shit. I'm Generation X, so the generation before that, when they had the black and white cartoons and the old cartoons, that was when me and my brother were sitting there like glued to the TV.
No, the black and white cartoons, lady, they were out in the 1920s and 30s.
Yeah, but they still played them in the early 80s. Yeah, they have a late at night. Come on.
Yeah,
they were in syndication.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Mickey Mouse has been around since 1927.
Yeah,
I know.
Mickey Mouse been around for damn near 100 years. He was created by that fool Walt Disney, who, and his daughter, his niece, and his
And a
niece,
pedophile.
Abigail.
A pedophile too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't doubt it. And his niece, Abigail, she's the one that owns all the Disneylands, Disney Studios, and the rights to the Black Panther movie and Wakanda.
Kelly Brough just a few hundred votes behind in second place, which puts her in position to be part of the runoff election.
All right, let me watch this one real quick.
Later in the year, Fox 31's Talia Cunningham spending the evening with her campaign, and she joins us live here at 10. Talia.
Hey, Jeremy, still a very close race. Likely Kelly will be in that runoff race with Mike Johnston. The party still going on, but winding down a little bit from when we first talked to you around 9 o'clock. There was about 100 supporters out here, and Kelly Brough actually took the stage about an hour ago. She was very appreciative, grateful, and sincere for all her supporters for believing in her. Now, at last check, again, 23%. We're expecting that number and update in a little bit. Let's give you a closer look at this party a little bit earlier on this evening.
I'm fucking around, Kelly.
Came from very humble beginnings and says her personal experience as well as her professional experience make her the perfect candidate for mayor. As we know, she is running her campaign on ending unsanctioned encampment, affordable housing, as well as public safety. She was, again, very emotional on stage tonight, even shedding a tear, and said that with a story like hers, she's got more no's in her life than yeses, and she's here to prove that you can do anything.
Are you serious, cuz?
Just so very grateful for all
of only two Black people right in the middle in the motherfucking
This is the first time I've run for office. We didn't have a foundation or a base. People said there's no way you can get this thing off the ground.
Jesse?
Yes.
Your support changed everything.
You didn't see that? Like, lift up. I can't even tell you what.
As we come back out live now, we know, fun fact, if Kelly does actually win the mayoral race, she'll be the first female to ever be mayor of Denver. A lot of it's
oh my God.
Wait. She is not taking as well as public safety. She was, again, very emotional on stage tonight, even shedding a tear, and said that a story like hers, she's got more no's in her life than yeses, and she's here to prove that you can do anything you put your mind to.
Medina, I got no respect for you.
Very grateful for all of your support.
Black
this is the first time I've run for office.
You allowed yourself to be put right there.
We didn't have a foundation or a base.
Seriously, Black people, stop, man. You see how fucking duckish that shit look like? What real fucking clown moves? Do you see any other Black people there?
Nope.
They bitch holding up a sign, dancing and shit, cuz. That's why they laugh at us.
Yep.
You just made them laugh at us still. Okay, you old fucking weird ass broad. You know, making us look bad. This can't be a FBA thing, dude. I gotta say that. I can't understand. Help me understand. Like, for real, you just gonna hold aside and just be dancing? You two cheesing and grinning and shit? You making Black people look bad.
That's why she's a mammy.
Caping for the whites is not a rip. I don't even gotta apologize for that. Eat a dick. You think I'll apologize for that? Eat two.
Okay, well, see, I don't know what's worse is these motherfuckers right here that they showing up there for that bullshit mayoral race they got in Los Angeles, California. Okay, let's be real, people. Karen Bass ain't gonna do shit for Black people.
Nope, and neither is Kelly Brough.
Hey, no, how long has Karen Bass been how long has Karen Bass been in office now since you won? Like
November.
Okay, since last November, yeah.
Yes, 6 months, right? 5 months?
6 months.
6 months? Yeah, she did shit yet? So you already see where it's going?
No. What's happening is that she's once again is going to serve the interest of Hollywood, which is a section of the city of Los Angeles. And what her sorry ass needs to do is to propose citywide legislation to charge them fucking movie production companies, Universal, Paramount, Miramax, Hollywood Pictures, Columbia Pictures. She needs to tax them in heavily and to take that revenue out of that Hollywood industry, and not only end homelessness in Los Angeles, end homelessness in Denver, end homelessness in Oakland, end homelessness in Chicago. Yeah, they got that kind of juice, because anytime that where you got trillions of dollars, where a bunch of punk ass motherfuckers like Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, raggedy ass rich folks down there like that Weinstein guy, who was molesting, the black movie actresses, extorting them out of sex, so they can get those Hollywood parts, as they used to call the casting couches in the 1930s and 40s and what have you. But now what they got them doing for their auditions is making porn with 3 and 4 white dudes on them. Yeah. You saw that picture of Kim Kardashian with those 3 black girls with those leashes around their necks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the ritual.
That shit just really upsets me, man. You're right, Chewbacca, you're right. The more it's almost like we stick up for black people, and then black people do weird ass shit, and it makes us look real bad sometimes.
Okay, but however, though, here's what you have to understand. Okay, as Dr. Frances Cress Welsing has said, and then the same thing as Cicely Tyson has said in her book, Just As I Am, that I posted up on my wall, about what the white movie producers have said 50 years ago about the quote-unquote black exploitation films. You had a lot of them saying, oh, well, man, I'm just doing it for the money, man. At least we're getting exposed. It's not so much what you do, but it's how you do it. Okay, just like look at the multi-trillion-dollar rap industry. Right there is that them brothers are in a position, if they pool their resources, to go up there to shut down Tweety Bird and Zuckerberg up there in the Bay Area. You see what I'm saying? The same thing with the black athletes. As we had stated before the Super Bowl on one of our podcasts with Front Line Blacc News, hey, what would happen if at the last minute, just before they were to make the introductions of the teams coming out to play the Super Bowl, after they had to fly over the jets, after they had the endorsement money spent for the commercial slots, and every black player came out there, okay, first string, second string, third string, fourth string, and they all walked out there with their helmets, their jerseys, and their pads, and they threw them all on their 50-yard line and their street clothes, and says, you know what, in the last 10 minutes, we had a change of plans, okay? We ain't playing here today. And watch the avalanche of lawsuits that would happen. And that will put a dent in the coffers of those NFL owners. That will put a dent in the pocket of social media. That will put a dent in the pocket of Coca-Cola. It will be a very, very effective punch. It's enough to stagger the corporate giant. It might not be enough to knock him on his ass. But if you stagger him with that one and about 2 more on top of that, he'll be out on his feet. And then for the lady who asked, well, where they get the money in California, you know what I'm saying, to pay you guys for the reparations. You go get it from social media.
There's a lot of places they can get it from.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about funky ass Elon Musty. I'm talking about Jeff Bezos. I mean, if these motherfuckers can go up here and play space cowboy, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, they could pay the reparations. And by the way, Bezos and Zuckerberg and dude with Verizon, you billionaires, do humanity a service and a huge favor. The next time that you guys get up there in your space cowboy suits and what have you, please do the planet Earth a big favor and fly that son of a bitch directly to the sun with all you assholes on board. How dare you, Zuckerberg, gonna give me a spam notice in a group that I created?
That's fucking crazy.
Ain't that a bitch? We're warning you. We're gonna restrict your account, Chewbacca, because you spamming. Motherfucker, I created the goddamn group. How the fuck am I spamming my own
That
group?
shit's fucking stupid.
Totally.
You see what I'm talking
Totally. And Brother Paris, if you could do some legal research on that, man, and we can get a lawsuit against them bastards, man, I'm all for it on that one.
That's fucking retarded. That don't make no goddamn sense. I have so many questions.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering if them assholes could be pulled into court in Santa Clara County, California. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, Menlo Park is in Santa Clara County. Or it's either San Mateo or Santa Clara County, either or.
What are you looking at?
If we could put together a lawsuit for them on that, man, hey, then guess what? What that is, we can expand these platforms. What we're trying to do, we can go out there and help some of our unhoused neighbors in the Bay Area, in Denver, in Los Angeles. They see?
Yeah.
And get them empowered. Yeah, and what I mean by that is that okay, with the men folk, okay, for the men's, okay, we could see getting your ass off the street for 3 days. You got 1 day in there to wash your funky ass. Okay, now putting you down, we're just knowing how bad the situation is, to maintain your sanitation and your health. Okay, all right, you get you some rest, so therefore you can get your mental capacities back. So you can form a plan on your second day, clean up, you got clean clothes now. Figure out a course of action. What you're gonna do to make an honest living. Okay. And on your third day, homie, you got to get up out of there because we're gonna need those spaces for the mamas and the babies. It's because the mamas and the babies are gonna need a minimum of 1 week. Okay. To get the children secured, to get them cleaned up, to have them get their medical examinations, and the same thing with the women on their feminine hygiene. You see what I mean? To get their weight back up. You see what I'm saying? But you men folk, no, 3 days, hey, you cats got to go out there and get the grind on. That's just part of being a man, because, we put a lot of time, energy, and effort on what we do over here. And we've been doing it, for a number of years. You see what I mean? And we still keeping it up there with the blessings of the Almighty. You see, and the ancestors, who I call the Almighty. Okay? And then get some innovation going on, and get out the illegal rackets. Get out of the fucking rackets. It's because that day ain't nothing but the pipeline to prison.
Right.
You see?
Absolutely.
Build our own businesses. I'm talking about if I could sit up here and look at these dorky fucks like Bezos and Zuckerberg and Musk. Are we trying to say that them bastards is more intelligent than us when we as a people, black family, gave the world the concept of trigonometry, geometry, mathematics, navigation, medicine, and bombing the dead, architecture? You mean to tell me we can't overcome these hurdles and it's a hard hurdle?
I would say no, but we are not winning in that argument. I would say no.
Okay,
It's clearly it's a fact, but it's evidently. I kind of lost faith for a second. I don't know, because clearly you're absolutely fucking correct right here, right and exact.
Okay, but hold on, Lady Che. Now hold on, Lady Che. Now you know what an explosion is, right? When something blows up, an explosion.
Yes.
Now that there is a mass, okay, regardless of what it is, that's being exploded going in all different directions, correct? Okay. Regardless of what caused the explosion, a firecracker shooting at the motherfucker, throwing gasoline on it or whatever. Then you also have, out of the law of physics, what they call an implosion. Now, an implosion is where you got all these elements, okay, you see what I'm saying, that's scattered about. and then all of a sudden they come together in one. You see the picture now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If we can implode the Black community and our unhoused neighbors to come together on one accord on a couple of issues. The first issue is this, is because, as you do know, Saudi Arabia, they cut financial ties with the United States, and they get with China. You know this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now, hold it. Now, where all are they getting their raw materials from?
Africa.
Where are they getting the vibranium from? The vibranium.
Africa.
Except that's in the movie Vibranium. But the reality of it is what they call silicon.
Right.
Now you're starting to see, you hold it. Now you're starting to see. See, PLO Lumumba is right. The president of Uganda is absolutely correct in what he said. Wait a minute. You motherfuckers is telling us here in Uganda from the United States that if we don't go up here with this dick in the booty shit, that you can take your aid away from us.
Right.
Fuck you and your aid.
Right.
And go fuck your own selves in the asses.
Right. We don't gotta accept that shit. Right. Yeah, that's right.
Hell no. And this is why I appreciate the president of Kenya, who told Barack Obama, hey Barack, you talking about this shit right here? Well, homie, we're gonna have to shut you down, and we appreciate, you're a descendant of Kenyan, that your dad is from here, but no, man, we place great emphasis on creation.
Right.
And for all you dick in the booty motherfuckers out there, your dick would appreciate it very much being on the inside of a woman that's nice, wet, and warm. And I mean no disrespect.
You should just want to create a baby, a life, man.
Ma'am, that's the point of what I am making. Okay.
Right.
That's how life is created, not two men fucking each other in the ass.
Yeah, damn right, man. This is like they don't want to create no lives no more. And look, we ain't gotta have a whole bunch of babies with different bitches. Just pick one. Hopefully she's a good lady, and have a baby, man. You'll feel different about things. Just think about making one with a woman. You might feel different about life.
Ma'am, that's the only way they are gonna make a child is with a woman. Okay?
Jesus.
See, and this is what I blame all them bastards over there in San Francisco County, San Mateo County, Alameda County, Contra Costa County, Santa Clara County. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Obama up there with that shit is more concerned about that shit than the goddamn police murdering his people.
Like I'm gonna say it like this too, Shabaka. We're in life, dude. Where they're pushing all these weird ass motherfucking agendas and shit on us. I'm thinking to myself, look, what y'all don't understand is that this agenda is targeting black men and trying to erase black women from the mindset, right? But not only that, but eventually human nature calls out. And sometimes in a man's life, in a woman's life, their body wants to align itself and create other life. It has a desire for it. And so they'll seek it out.
Well, Lady Che, that's what they call hormones. Okay. This is why you have the male hormone and you have the female hormone. And this is why I've stated on this platform here at Front Line Blacc News, I've stated on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Okay, how in the fuck is another man gonna come up dressed in woman's clothes? And with me being a man, I don't see no estrogen nowhere.
Okay. I don't see how they can't vibrationally feel it.
Whoa, but hold on. To stay politically correct, so therefore that the powers that be over there silly con game Valley. Oh no, you guys are homophobic. No, you sick motherfuckers are heterophobic. And I'm still pissed off with you, Zuckerberg, because how in the hell are you gonna tell me that I am spamming a group that I created?
Yeah, that's that bullshit.
That's unprecedented.
But
totally.
It is almost midnight. I don't know
Right.
about y'all, but I have something to do tomorrow. So we're at 3 hours and 47 minutes. So
yeah, I see you've been at it.
All right, so then let me close it out like this. Tomorrow we'll talk about something, on how we feel about the race, but not right now. Like Jess said, he does got something to do tomorrow, and so I definitely gonna tap back in with him. In the midst of it, I might throw a show together in regards to my thoughts and processes on the RVA early in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
While I wait for after Jesse's little shit get done, because I have lots of thoughts and shit's just bars for days about what's going on, and so we'll just carry this out. But I want to thank everybody for going through this process with us right now, and we just need some time to process because stressful. We gotta get off this thing right now, and we'll just tap back in, and I'll send you a link tomorrow, Shabaka, so you come on the show too.
All right. Okay, all right, and I gotta work hard tomorrow for the next couple of days, but I'll try to definitely, at least try to put an hour of time aside away. By the way, how did y'all like the video that I posted up there for the Shabaka's Black Experience this evening?
I just got home, so I got home, so I'll watch it there right after we end this broadcast.
Yeah, because I tagged you in it. Yeah, I tagged you in it. Just let me know what you think of it.
It was a good video.
The idea. Oh yeah, because when I said that we're dealing with the DeSantis and America, I believe, and so we should. So I'm anticipating that we'll get some good listens on the numbers on that. But as you so well said, Lady Chan, which you're right, they are shadow banning the hell out of us. Okay.
Yeah, it was clear. That's what I said. We didn't feel like we lost. If anything, we proved the point. We proved what we've been saying.
That's precisely my point. If you want something to sell, have it banned. Okay? If you want it to sell, have it banned. Okay. See?
Yep.
And then this prick that going up there with his opportunistic ass who's calling himself the front runner, man, I see right through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely plastic and cellophane.
Yeah, and family, we're gonna touch on all these little processes tomorrow. When we go on the RVA, on how also too, it's gonna be we're gonna have some time where I'll be able to talk to Jesse by himself, about his about the campaign and whatnot, because there's a lot of things that I'm sure people would have liked to know, So they'll probably do like a little interview process like I used to do earlier in the election or earlier in the campaign when he was running. I like interviewed him a couple of times, just for the sake of it, you know what I mean? To ask him the questions, because we had questions. So we'll probably do a little bit of that tomorrow. So we're gonna give Team Paris, we're gonna shut this down and give Team Paris a chance to not have a heart attack. Like I just get it. I'm playing, brother.
You guys go on and get some rest on that, because you definitely went in Ollie's alley on that one right there, sir. You really did. So hopefully you got you some good numbers, on the votes, since you're at the end of it right there. And this joker right there that you guys showed right there, this Harvard Yale boy, this Ivy Leaguer, he is so full of shit,
That's what I selected.
Yeah, they chose that.
He's full of shit.
They selected. All right, Black Thomas. Okay. Minutes live now. Make sure y'all check it out.
Okay. All right, I'm out.
Have a good night.
Okay. You too. Okay.
Yeah.
Get some rest. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so peace, love, light, reparations, and separations. Gonna end this live now. Make sure y'all tap in to another RBA tomorrow that Lady Tay is gonna lead. And make sure you check out Front Line Blacc News, starting our third season on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. And also check out Sabakas Black Experience Enhanced every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Thank you. Black Power.